YouTube channel. This is a little bit different of a stream, but I wanted to do stream talking a little bit about what's going on in the Libertarian Party and the Libertarian National Convention, which is currently going on. So I'm calling this the Takeover Live. I haven't slept in like 38 hours or so, and we're going to run that through and carry that process on. So if you are along for the ride here, we're going to get kicked in and started on things. We're going to be watching starting now in just a few minutes, and I've got a panel of people who might be popping on. Doing it a little different than how I normally would have, but I wanted to do something a little bit different on the channel. So, I do have some updates from yesterday that I'll give before we jump back into what is going on currently, which is debates, nominations, I believe, for chair, arguments for chair. So, starting with, I guess, kind of what happened yesterday. So the first thing that I guess was notable was Whitney Bilyeu, who was the residing chair over the convention. There was an attempt to remove her and replace her with Ken Mollman. That attempt failed. This morning, it was announced that Whitney Bilyeu had went to the hospital. There is no updates on that as far as what's going on there, but Ken Mollman has taken over as chair anyhow. So that vote wasn't needed, as it seems. It's a sad thing, but it is what it is. We're moving forward with what's going on with the convention. You know, we got to think about what's happening right now. So that's how everything's been kind of, I guess, playing out over the last night. There was, as far as actual substantial things that took place at convention, I'd say the only thing that was really done yesterday that people are going to really latch onto was that they did pass the schedule and everything. So they have the layout for how they're getting things done at this point. And other than that, we're jumping in. There was the vice chair debates, which were fine. Josh Smith killed it, of course. There was the chair debates, which were pretty short. Okay, so we will go ahead and kick off getting the watch party started here in just a moment. I'm going to send out some links to one more person. My voice is also messed up. That's going to be that way for a while, sadly. That is the result of talking for 2 days straight about convention stuff on Discord and everything else. And then, of course, being kind of loud and boisterous in general, talking a lot. I know this is a little bit boring, but I kind of just went live right as I got home, so I didn't get time to send out these links, so I got to do this live. So fuck it, we'll do it live. But this convention has been interesting to say the least. It's been an eye-opener for a lot of people, I think, because a lot of people just hadn't ever dealt with the convention. They had never really seen what that is like. So for a lot of people, this is their first time being involved in a convention. And it would have been my first time too. I opted not to attend this one, but it is what it is. So we will go ahead and get started. So we've got the convention here. I'm going to leave the chat up because I might be coincidentally chatting in there, but we're going to go ahead and get things kicked off, and I'm going to turn sound on here.
So many of you remember a little speech that, a little debate performance that Mark Allen Feldman gave. About being that libertarian. That Tony DeRazio taking shit from everybody in his family because he won't vote Democrat or Republican, libertarian. That Angela McArdle out there fighting against vaccine mandates, libertarian. That Steve Dosbach, never say die. How many times does a man want to be chair libertarian? That Chris Emling, I really need to know where you get your cowboy hats. Campaign managing our ways to victory libertarian. The Jen Moore leading the Libertarian Party of Pennsylvania to 170 victories last year, libertarian. The Larry Sharp standing in front of the party, leading us from the front in New York where we are getting our ballot access removed again and again, libertarian. The Joe Jorgensen, you need me after 25 years? Come on, I already did this once. I have to do a national ballot again, but I'm gonna go out there and be on the bus during a pandemic, libertarian. The Spike Cohen, you are the power, I am the power, we are all the power, and by the way, where's the salmon, libertarian? The John Phillips, you can fuck right off, libertarian. The Karen Ann Harlow's, the pink wigs and crowns are available at our table, libertarian. You're all my libertarians. Whether you've been in this party for 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, or your lifetime. You are all that libertarian. You are all out there fighting for liberty. You are all out there defending candidates. You are all out there screaming, end the Fed. Someone is gonna get up to the microphone at some point during this convention, asking for a point of information from the chair, asking if taxation is theft. 1-800-ELECT-US, LP.org. I've been a state chair. I've been out there and I've done exactly what you do every single day in your states. I have a lot of respect and a lot of empathy for how hard that is, because I've done it. I've been a candidate. I've worked on many campaigns. I've been out there petitioning. I've worn out many pairs of shoes. I've been to a lot of festivals and heard a lot of people talk about how
A lot of
just
people have
Republicans
asked
who
that
want
question,
weed and
probably.
Democrats who want guns. We are neither one of those. We are libertarians who want, and I'm gonna say it again, a world set free in our lifetime. I'm out of time? Okay, well then I guess I have to wrap up because the clocks are off. I guess we don't know how to keep time libertarians. My name is Tony DeRazio. I ask for your support for LNC Chair. Thank you very much.
Well, that was fun.
Thank you, Mr. DeRazio, and I apologize for whatever reason. My clock said well over 10 minutes there, so I apologize to those, to Tony on that. And those that follow know that we are actually trying to keep real 10 minutes, so you may want to bring your own timer up as well. We have a credentials report. Let's do that real quick.
Ooh, I kind of like this layout better. I think we're going to keep this.
Good morning, folks. For Saturday, we have
she dropped the dinosaurs, guys.
1,129 people checked in. Eligible, let's see,
God, I'm going to have to get
delegates
fucking high as shit before this convention gets real
and
started.
alternates who are
This no
eligible
sleep
to
thing
vote
is
in their
no good.
state because of unfilled delegations. So a voting population of 1,005.
How is the audio?
That gives us a quorum, yeah, that's good. That gives us a quorum of 402.
Like mixing. Can
a
you guys hear
majority
me
of
and hear convention?
503. I'm looking for Aaron. Check my numbers. 2/3 number of 670, and a 7/8 of 880. Thanks. I do move to adopt that amended report from, is it amended? On behalf of the Credentials Committee. Thanks.
Thank you, P. Nord, for the audio check.
There's been a motion from the committee.
I don't
and
wanna talk
second,
too
multiple
much during
sections
this
of the floor. Is
stuff
there
anyway.
objection to this Credentials Committee report? I hear no objection. I love those. All right, thank you. All right, so next, who's our next contestant up for bid, Mr. Wolford?
Thank you.
Next contestant. All right, our next candidate to be heard is Miss Angela McArdle.
If it buffers, I'll have to turn it down.
Good
That doesn't
morning,
look like
fellow
Angela.
libertarians. I am a delegate from the state of Washington. My name is Sean Hickman, and I'm here to introduce someone that really doesn't need an introduction. He's the host of the Scott Horton Show, the director of the Libertarian Institute, editorial director of antiwar.com, which you should all visit frequently.
I think I know who this is.
He's the author of Fool's Errand and Enough Already, and if you haven't bought it, it is available on Amazon. Regular guest on Kennedy Nation, which I recommend people tune into. But most importantly, he is the guy that kicked the shit out of Bill Kristol at the Soho Forum last year. His name is Scott Horton. Welcome to the stage, sir.
Scott Horton. I've got to meet Scott. Scott's a great guy in person. All right.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Man, was that a great party last night or what? Wait, I don't have time for any more applause. I'm Scott Horton, I'm from Texas. Fellow delegates, I'm here because of Harry Brown and Ron Paul. It was Brown's Libertarian Party run for president in 1996 that first showed me that there were radical libertarians who truly cared about what was happening to America. And Dr. Paul, of course, was elected again that year and started speaking the truth on C-SPAN soon after. These are my greatest heroes. It is in their spirit that I come before you today. Let me tell you a little bit about Angela McArdle. This lady is so impressive to me. She's just obviously as smart as a whip and as motivated as can be. And she was born in the 1980s. She won't tell me when exactly, but she's definitely a millennial. Angela's been the secretary of the California LP and chair of the Los Angeles County LP, which is actually bigger than 40 out of our 50 state libertarian parties. That counts. She's run for Congress twice. McArdle is a paralegal who in the darkest days of California's COVID lockdowns spearheaded LA's ballot initiative to overturn the vaccine mandates, which forced the city council to give in and lift them. Angela and the entire LA and California
This
Libertarian
one's for
parties
Scott
deserve a
Horton.
hell of a lot of credit for that. McArdle argued against the vaccine mandates at the Soho Forum in New York and won. She organized one of the largest anti-lockdown rallies in LA, organized a black market to keep salon workers employed during the lockdowns. She produced an anti-lockdown documentary called The Unseen that aired at the Anthem Film Festival. And perhaps most important of all, she provided pro bono legal defense to countless businesses that defied California's lockdowns. I wish I had the time here to really describe for you the depth and heroism of the work that she did on this. True story. At the Texas convention in Dallas, I asked Steve Dossbach to quit the race and endorse Angela. I know, it was kind of a long shot. But what I said to him was, I've been everywhere in this here land for the last few years giving anti-war speeches to Libertarian Party state conventions. Made some good friends, too. And in almost every state, I heard the older leaders say this was the biggest convention they'd ever had, or had in many years. Like my anti-war speaking tour, this is due to the Mises Caucus and the major effort that they've made to bring the movement into the party. We are now the majority in the majority of states for a reason. We've got thousands of new members and the most excitement about the party in a generation. Instead of acting like King Canute, trying to turn back the tide, the wave of the future, you should be opening the door wide and welcoming this massive movement of millennials and Generation Z into the Libertarian Party. The time has come to pass the torch to a new generation of libertarians. Libertarians with the vision to lead this party for the next generation. For those of you who've been around a while, just think of us as the cavalry. We finally arrived. And I mean, look, good old Ludwig von Mises is the gold standard, no doubt. But who we really are, we're the Ron Paul Revolution. We are the libertarian movement. It's all about peace and liberty and hard money and bringing this party and philosophy to the prominence that it deserves. This is such a huge opportunity.
It
While
would
the other
appear
two
that
parties
they
continue
did,
ruining
because she's
everything,
on
the
stage
National
doing
Libertarian
what
Party under
appears to be
McCardle's
recording and
leadership will
secretary
focus
work.
on obstructing and ending the worst things our government does first: war and world empire, the remnants of the COVID regimes, the Fed, inflation, bank bailouts and corruption, gun control, the income tax and IRS, and plenty of other departments and agencies along with them, because we are going to lead the call for a truce in the American culture war. Most Americans are as sick of it as we are. It's crucial that we put a major emphasis on the 10th Amendment and strong federalism, decentralized authority, so that Americans can live and let live and stop fighting so horribly over control over so much centralized power. Now is our chance. We will dominate the political conversation in America in the years 2023, 24, and beyond. Let's have the courage and the vision to take a bold stand for liberty. And let's do our best to emulate the good doctor. First and foremost, decency. Then, a solid commitment to libertarian principle, real history and economics, rolling back the state, and achieving liberty in our land in our time. That is what we will see under Angela McCardle's leadership. Because this is the future I want for the party and the country, I hereby nominate Angela McCardle for chair of the National Libertarian Party of the United States of America. Be a part of history with us today. Support the revolution. Vote Angela McCardle. Thank you.
That was a great speech. I didn't want to.
Hey guys. I've got about 2 minutes. There is nobility in the pursuit of liberty. And no matter how exhausting our own political machine is, our efforts are worthwhile. Consider this. Why do we fight against totalitarian, overwhelming forces of the most powerful surveillance state and military empire on the face of the earth? It's because of the children you tuck into bed every night. Because they deserve a better world. Because of your hopes and dreams and the work you put into building a life for your family and your loved ones. It's because there's goodness in this world worth fighting for. Consider this. The state of the world is pretty rough, but people are getting paid in Bitcoin. Truckers and nurses led protests for freedom. Peaceful secession is actually being discussed all across the political spectrum. There's a growing food freedom and medical freedom movement, and we're blessed to live in the information age where it's easier to spread our message. We have a great responsibility to cut through the noise and guide people out of the political wilderness, and we have the ability to do it. I am going to help you mold this party into a force to be reckoned with. We are going to lead the charge against the state with principled messaging, enthusiastic candidates, and single-issue coalitions. We're going to fine-tune our processes and become more and more effective. This convention is a refiner's fire. There's pressure and heat and some pain, but we are going to come out golden with a deeper understanding of our purpose and how to achieve our goals. So let's get ready to contend with the state. We're about to begin an incredible journey together, and I'm really excited. Let's rely on the wisdom of our elders while leveraging the enthusiasm of our youth. Let's become strong enough to wrestle with angels and take on any obstacle that God, nature, or the state sets in our path. It takes a lot, but let me shoulder that burden with you. Thank you so much to everyone for showing up and helping to make this possible. Thank you for believing me, and thank you for all of your support. I'm so excited to work together. And thank you so much to Austin, who has been so supportive and has really made this possible. He's an incredible provider. Please shake that man's hand. Thank you, guys.
That is fucking awesome. That is pretty fucking cool.
We need a member of the Credentials Committee. The secretary does. While we're
Okay,
giving us
so that is
speech.
confirmation.
Or
Karen Ann
potentially
Harlos,
that
I
speech.
believe, has been
Maybe.
reinstated
Yeah,
because
we'll get
she
to
was
that in a
just
second.
addressed as secretary.
Next up is Mr. Dosbach.
Dosbach. This guy is a slouch. So, little backstory here. This guy was one of the campaign managers for Joe Jorgensen, to give you an idea
Thank you
how
all.
horrible
I'd like
this
to
guy would
start
be.
by thanking former LNC Vice Chair Karen Allard, current
yeah,
South
man.
Carolina
Absolutely.
Vice Chair Jessica Etheridge, and Mayor
Nice to have her back.
Mayor Kalish Morrow from California, who were slated to come up and do the nominations for him. But after yesterday, I decided that I wanted to take a different approach in this and make it less about me and more about our future.
Sorry, one moment.
I've been involved in this party for a long time, the movement even longer. I was involved in starting a libertarian group at Michigan State University back in 1974. Became involved in the party in 1979. A friend of mine and I contacted the national headquarters to ask running the Clark campaign.
This is fat Stefan Molyneux, by the way.
Running the Clark campaign in Indiana, and I was working with him. So, and I'm sure that many of you have found yourselves in a similar position where you joined and all of a sudden you were in charge of something. Yeah, I see a few nods there. And I got involved in this party not because I expected victory tomorrow, but for my children and my grandchildren and for the generations that follow.
He saw the future in his head one night. He just rubbed it, looked in the mirror. He saw the future. That's how it went down.
And the libertarian movement that goes far beyond where we are now or where we have ever been. There are 30 to 60 million.
I'm going to mute it for a moment. We have Adam Nutter.
Yo,
Welcome.
welcome, Leighton, sir. How are you, Brother Bear? Alaskan Polar Bear, brother. So,
Good.
I don't have a lot of time because I gotta take a shower and shit. I have a show tonight and shit, so I'm busy. I have to go to my parents' house. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to jump in real quick. I'm gonna jump back in later probably, but I want to jump in real quick right now and say, fuck you, losers and fucking nerds. We fucking owned you. Eat my fucking dick, faggots. That's it.
Awesome, man. I'm
then
all
I'll
for
come back
that.
in a little later.
See you, man.
Love you guys. Love the MC. Love all my brother and sister bears out there. Get fucked, nerds. I'll be back later. Love you. Bye.
Take it easy.
And
Get
so
fucked,
we cannot
nerds.
limit our appeal
This is one big
to
nerd.
just one section of the libertarian movement. I don't care which section it is. We can't limit ourselves just to radicals or just to pragmatists. We can't lean ourselves just to the left or just to the right.
Some nutter hype in the
We can't lean focus on just a single caucus.
Nut
We
hype.
have to reach out to all libertarians.
This guy
and we
looks
have
like
to
a nut.
Welcome all
like a
libertarians.
ball. Like-
And when we look to leadership, we need to look to leadership who will reach out to all factions of the party and try to build common ground and not
I got
simply
some
go,
Starbucks,
it's
like a
my
real
way or the
white
highway.
chick.
That's an attitude that has to pervade this party from all levels if we want to succeed.
That's actually pretty good.
Because we can't afford to turn anyone away who is in our libertarian quadrant. We need all of them. We need all of you.
You know, unless you say bad things. Also, it's not enough to be anti-racist. Or racist.
One of the things that has been the
or
most frustrating to me in the
anti-racist, or
my 30,
I don't know,
43
whatever the
years
fucking
in the
tweet
history
was.
of
I
this
can't
party
remember. It was so
is
stupid.
we
I
have
can't
seen
remember.
things tried over and over again with the same results. And we sometimes forget that we've done those things. We've tried really edgy messaging. We used to have a name for it. It's called the Libertarian Macho Flash. It didn't work. We've done strategic planning. We did one in 2001. I sat through all of the boring sessions doing it. And they revised it and everything else for the next few years. And our membership and our support was stagnant. And in fact, there's only been one period in the 50-year history of our party where we had sustained growth.
So yeah, basically, Guy has had lots of involvement in the LP over time, but recently he's most known for his involvement with the Jorgensen campaign, heading up her campaign management. The Jorgensen campaign is known as a complete and utter failure, and this guy was at the helm of it. A lot of the decisions that would have been made in that campaign would have been made by this guy.
Minutes or hours, not days, weeks, months, or ever, you can have the support for our affiliate parties and our candidates. And you've got, for our affiliates, you've got the personnel you need to organize unorganized counties, to make sure you don't have to keep reorganizing the same county over and over and over again. You've got the pool to recruit candidates, and more importantly, to recruit campaign managers and campaign staff. One of the hardest problems our candidates have is to put together a team to support them as candidates. In fact, one of the things I'm especially proud of this campaign cycle is the campaign manager for our Secretary of State candidate in Indiana is a woman by the name of Stephanie Dasbach, my daughter-in-law. Now I got to just start working on the grandkids. We need that focus on growth, and the opportunities are out there. Registered libertarians have grown from less than a couple 100,000 when I was chair way back when to over 700,000 now. We should be reaching out to those people as they register and asking them to join and get involved. We've got over, I think, 700,000 people following our Facebook page, 500,000 following Joe Jorgensen, people that are following and both the tweets and the Facebook for Spike, for Joe, for Justin Amash, all kinds of libertarians out there. We need to be reaching out to those people. The audience is out there. The people are out there. We don't have to change their minds. We have to find them and let them know that we're here. I've talked over the years, decades, to countless libertarians asking, how did you join the party? What made you join? And it almost never is it, well, I talked to some libertarian and I went, my God, I've been wrong my whole life. I've suddenly changed my entire worldview. That's not what happens. What happens is they heard a libertarian, typically a libertarian candidate, most often a presidential candidate, and they said, my God, where have you people been all my life? That's what I believe. And that's our task. It is to get as many of those libertarian candidates and libertarian party organizations out there, putting that message out broadly so the people that already generally agree with us can find us and have that same revelation that most of you have had. My God, where have you people been all my life? So I would ask for your support for chair as an indicator of your support for a broad-based libertarian party. But most importantly, whatever happens at this convention, go forth and work together to bring us liberty in our lifetime. Thank you.
I will rebuttal his motion with suck my cock.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Dosbach. So there is a interesting feature. We have a tradition here of doing NODA, a NODA speech, but it's actually not in our rules for the chair's race. So, and that was brought to my attention, we can fix this, if we are so inclined, with a motion to suspend the rules to hear from a candidate for NODA. A petition was filed for NODA, and I see a person with a hand up over here on this microphone.
Yes, I'm AJ Olding, delegate from Ohio. I'd like to motion that we hear from NODA, and I believe Christopher Thrasher is at the stairs ready to speak on behalf of NODA.
All right. So
Could you
there's
repeat
been
your
a
name and
motion to
delegation?
suspend the rules to allow Mr. Thrasher, who has turned in the tokens to speak on behalf of NODA, to be allowed to speak for 10 minutes, like a candidate.
I need the name and delegation again.
Oh, that was AJ Olding from Ohio. And there was a second. So let's try it the easy way first. Let's just do voice. Those in favor of hearing from NODA, say
Point of
aye.
order.
Okay.
For anything two-thirds, it must be a show of hands or standing
Oh,
vote.
fine. You're going to make me count. All right. Those in favor, raise your hand. By the way, this is a lot harder from this perspective, just in case you're wondering. Those opposed, raise your hand, please. I am going to say that failed. I'm sorry, Mr. Thrasher. All right. We are done with this item
No
of business.
NODA. Which I guess for chair, I mean, I think that's
we are now
probably a good
to-
decision on chair because
Seeking
you
to be
have to have
recognized.
somebody in chair. I mean,
Ballot now,
realistically.
right? We ballot now, right?
Mr. Chair?
Yeah. Right.
Hi.
Hi.
Microphone 2.
Yes, microphone
Eric
2.
Van Single from Texas.
Yes.
I would like to make a motion to suspend the rules for
Let's
NODA
bump
to
out the
speak
chat
for
and go
2
full
minutes.
screen from now on out. I
right,
like
there's
that.
been a
And I-
motion for NODA
That
to
might not
speak-
be well received, but the reason for doing so, I saw
Right.
some-
That way when they cut
Not
camera, we
debatable.
can see
Not
people.
debatable. All right, motion to suspend the rules to hear from NODA for 2 minutes. I hear multiple seconds. Let's do it again. Raise the hands. Those in favor of hearing from NODA for 2 minutes, just 2 minutes. It's a little more popular. Those opposed? I still don't think that passes. I'm sorry.
No.
Mr.
All right.
Wow,
Chair,
there is
point
no
of order,
NODA.
request for information.
Perry.
Microphone 3, Daryl Perry,
Interesting.
delegate from Maine.
Daryl Perry.
Is NODA a candidate?
No.
No. I'm being told no. All over the place I was told no.
Who is telling you no? And can they cite how NODA is not a candidate?
If you don't know
since
who this
NODA
is, this
did
guy is what we
get
refer
nominated
to as a
and
retard.
a petition was turned in.
All right, so real quick, just so we can answer
And I don't
this,
mean that in the
this
demeaning
was talked
way.
about
I
on
mean it
stage.
isn't. He's
NODA is not a live
stupid,
human being. It does not have a
uninformed,
heartbeat.
and looks like
So
a
it can't even
retard.
accept a nomination. It is therefore a concept.
Point of order,
No,
Mr.
no,
Chair.
Legitimately, there is a case to be made as NOTA as a candidate, NOTA as a concept. In our tradition, it's always been as a concept. And without getting
NOTA
too
is
deep
not a
into the
candidate.
nuances of alternative voting methods.
It's never been.
Mr. Perry,
That's not how it
I believe we're ruling that it is a concept.
Point of order, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, yes. I hear Mr. Thrasher, yes.
As I recall, the petition that was submitted as per the rules did have a name associated with it. Is that correct?
It did list you, Mr. Thrasher, as speaking on behalf of NOTA. Yes, sir.
So would that not, in effect, make NOTA a person in this case?
No.
Mr. Thrasher.
Point of order.
Stop
grabbing the microphone.
If I may,
That was great.
Mr. Thrasher, I'm going to quote a previous chair. I would like to ask you to read the room.
Mr. Chair,
I'm sorry.
I would still very much like to hear your ruling, sir.
Mr. Thrasher, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I would still very much like to hear your ruling on my point of order, sir. Good, sir, I might add.
All right.
Yeah, so this doesn't work, free and clear. NOTA is not a candidate. It's an idea, right? Like, NOTA is the idea of, like, you don't want there to be a candidate, so you're voting none of the above. It is literally not an entity person. It is just something on the ballot. Or that you can vote or select. And unfortunately, I think the idea here is, right, that the loser brigade type people in the party have this idea that if NOTA was on the board, people who didn't like the candidates that they're backing could simply not vote. The problem is at this point is that's not going to be effective. There's majorities on the floor, and you can see those majorities right now, right? You just saw that NOTA vote fail. Failed for a reason. That motion failed probably because of, I imagine, the Mises caucus in the room not wanting it to pass.
Can be considered a nominating petition for Thrasher. Here's the question: to nominate him as a candidate, because like his name was on the petition.
Yeah, they're just arguing that same point more.
No, it was
it is kind
NOTA,
of useless.
but his name was also on. So like, and the reason I asked is NOTA a candidate? All candidates nominated. So is NOTA a candidate? Right. And like I know we've had this debate.
So when they do this, I'll turn the microphones up on there.
Sometimes it's a candidate, sometimes it's not.
By the way,
Thank you.
Republican time, but I was interested.
Thank you. Yeah. Right.
It's like, no!
Yeah. I'll let you raise your...
All right. Hi, everybody. We're back. Let's. I apologize. Just want to make sure we are doing everything crossing T's and dotting I's. All right. So in our convention rules, Rule 7, we create a specific exemption to be able to hear from none of the above. It is explicitly listed in Rule 7. For president and vice president.
Right.
In Rule 8, we then go to officers and national committee, where no such exemption or carve-out exists.
What's going on, Layden?
I didn't write them. I didn't write these. I was on bylaws committee. Y'all want to get through a lot of business? There's a lot of stuff we propose to clean up. I promise. So, I am going to rule
This
that
is a
without
good setup, the
suspension
way
of the
this is laid
rules,
out with the little bubbles. I
that-
forgot I was
that
muted.
NOTA cannot speak for anything other than president and vice president.
So,
I appeal the ruling of the chair.
so are they actually fucking debating on if NOTA can
I
speak?
heard the appeal.
Yes, they're trying to argue that it's a candidate rather than a theory or idea. It's not going to work because this is fleshed out, and it's the loser brigade wants there to be another option on the floor, but it's not going to work. The room, he literally just had to say, read the room.
It's a long-standing tradition
Well,
to hear from NOTA.
The fucking, I mean,
feel
NOTA
a
is
certain
already
some
an
way
option
about
on the floor.
people that want to
Regardless,
vote for
it's always an
Well,
option.
No, so in this case, so for vice chair or for chair, NOTA isn't.
All right.
They would
I
have
will point
to
out that it is a long-standing tradition. I will agree with you on
put
that.
it there,
I will
from
say
what
that
I
by the
understand,
rules,
and they're trying, and they're
rules always
saying,
trump
no, it's
tradition,
not on the ballot
and so
because
that's
it
why I
says
ruled
so
the
in
way
the
I did.
bylaws. They're trying to say, no, well, it's a candidate, so it has to be on the
said,
ballot, or we
I will
can
now point out that we are spending
put it
more
on the
time
ballot by
than we
voting,
would
but
have
when they
if
held the
just given
vote,
2
it didn't
minutes to speak.
pass. And so
I'm
it
just gonna
isn't
point
going to
that
go
out.
on the ballot.
That in typical libertarian
Shannon.
fashion, we're spending 10 minutes to save 2.
Hey.
So. All
Welcome
right,
to
there
the
was,
party.
There was something over here.
Yeah.
At this microphone.
We had an Adam Nutter drop in a minute ago. It was pretty funny.
Oh, I would.
Is there a
Am I
reason
live?
we're
Am I
not
with you guys
measuring
yet?
abstent- or
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you're
live.
here, Shannon.
abstentions when we vote on motions?
I would
I
just
know
like
that
to
we've
thank
been
Nutter
presented
for
with a
opening
couple of
for me.
different motions
That was nice of
where
him
we're
to
asked to vote on something that we haven't even seen.
do that.
Very nice.
And
He's going to be
abstentions
back.
were not recorded.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
typically speaking,
Now, is this
motions
Jackie
are
Perry?
of those voting, unless it is explicitly.
I
She was
think-
kicked out of the
as,
party.
It is of the entire.
I
body.
think Jackie Perry and
So
Daryl
if the vote is
Perry
of
are
the
the same
entire body,
people,
so
right?
No, they're
Brother
not. They're
and
two
sister,
different
right?
people. No, they're husband and wife.
The abstention
I'm pretty sure.
passes.
They look
I
very
know.
similar.
They
I
look
didn't-
like
vote,
they look
and we
like
only
they
count the
look
ayes,
like
the
the
nays,
same
we calculate
morphed
those
piece
out.
of clay.
Of those votes.
I thought that Daryl
sense?
was a lot
Okay.
smaller of a
Tom.
human being.
He used to be.
Number 2.
I call for orders of the day.
Okay.
Oh,
orders
he's
of the
calling for
day.
orders of the day. Getting right. There we go.
All right, we are at the end of nominations. Although there was a appeal. Where were we actually at?
Mr. Chair.
The appeal. Yeah, there was a,
Poor
there was
Ken
an
getting
appeal
thrown
from
into
over
this.
here from Ms. Ward.
So Whitney's in the
Second of the day would
hospital?
have us settling the
Is
appeal.
Oh,
that-
I thought that was a joke.
That's the word. That's the word. That she's in the hospital.
I thought I heard that.
But we don't know
All right, so
why
all right.
or
Yes.
reasoning
No, she was.
or.
From what they said, she's sick, and she had to go to the hospital. Maybe she's got the flu.
Ms. Ward
Maybe
gave
the
her
vid.
COVID, maybe.
Maybe she's got something else going on with her. Maybe she got food poisoning from the
That-
hotel.
Yeah, that would be a big one too.
I mean,
Thoughts
who
and
knows?
prayers. Thoughts and
Yeah.
prayers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
However
no,
we
I
feel
said,
about
I said
her.
earlier,
Don't want anything bad to happen to her.
I said
No, not
earlier
at
in the
all.
stream, I was like, I don't wish bad ill on anybody, but we got to get to business. Like it is what it
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
Like
Hey,
you
I
move
felt
on,
bad for her.
you know.
Okay,
I
good
felt
deal.
bad.
We're gonna do this. All
like
right.
2.8
good deal.
seconds for her yesterday.
So
I did.
now,
There were a
orders of
few
the day
points
are
where I
we are
thought,
debating
hey
the
man,
motion
just
to
let
appeal
like
the
us
ruling of the
move through this.
chair, And
But
and I did speak.
You have
I
to
did.
understand
So-
the
so Ms.
people in
Ward
the
spoke,
room
I
like
spoke.
Ken compared to her though. So this is
course.
just goes infinitely smoother now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then Ms. Ward.
Well,
go
it's
ahead.
funny because
Except for this,
so
this.
I'm well aware
I
that
almost
no
said a
one's
word. I
out.
don't want to
Yeah,
say this
yeah.
early into a
Right,
stream.
But no,
Except for this girl, she
But
she
I
really
think there's
doesn't
not only
like Ken. It
delegate chair, but
appears.
libertarian. And I've
well,
taken an oath for
it's
the
funny
voting
because we
and
wanted.
Oh, we
like,
have
we
another
tried to get
person.
Ken put in,
presented on the ballot, on a stage,
and it
in
didn't end up working.
process.
But now
I
he's
know.
there anyways.
Yes,
which is funny.
I explained that at the beginning of the update. I was like, yeah, we tried to do this yesterday, but unfortunately it didn't work. But
God's got our back.
kinda is like the vote happened. Jesus take the wheel.
Voice out here
Yeah,
that
right.
allows people. Why? How many libertarians have run for office that have been silenced at a ballot because you didn't meet the crappy signature rules? Why? Why? Why are we even voting here to silence an option on a ballot?
It's not a person.
Thank you, Ms. Ward.
It's not a person.
Mr. Chair,
Microphone 2.
this This is a person that doesn't exist. No one is
hold
being
on,
silenced.
please. All we do
People are
is make
chanting,
it
"Let
longer.
Noda speak."
This is a person that doesn't exist. No one's being silenced.
Let
Can I
my
read the previous
ideas
question?
talk.
Okay.
Name and delegation.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Can you state your name and
Andrew
delegate?
Bokovich from Colorado.
Thank you. All right. I heard a move to call
Call the
in
question.
Lots of seconds. So, all right, we are now at the vote on sustaining the ruling.
When did Karen Ann get? I missed Karen Ann getting reinstated.
Okay, it's not just me then, because I know that I was late
She's.
to the
I
party.
think she's
wanna
just
point out we have spent
assisting
way
the
more than 10
parliamentarian.
minutes on
Is she just assisting? Okay.
I believe so. I believe there are two parliamentarians
Well,
there.
she's gonna get voted back on. I mean, there's
For secretary?
Yeah.
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 I usually start drinking. I'm just saying.
Hold on. I'm gonna have to jump off for a second.
You know, that's not a bad point. Nothing is actually stopping
The
me, except
bourbon
I don't have a
caucus
drink.
encourages you to start drinking.
P.
I
Nord's
did not
camera
exactly
does
plan
not
be
seem
doing
to
this
be
today.
functioning.
I-
Can you
I
hear
may
us?
not have stayed up till 4 in the morning if I had known that I would be doing this.
I can hear you.
When your strength
But that's
was
okay.
having, okay.
So, we are now we're
Yes,
calling
I can
the
hear you.
question,
Can you hear me?
which is just to end
Yeah, I
debate.
can hear you. I'll just jack
Okay.
up your audio.
2/3 vote. All right. Yes,
Let
it does
me
have to be
switch
hand raised.
my-
I know that one now.
Okay.
So,
Wait, Ken, is that actual
Okay,
bourbon?
Shaka.
It is not
It's
bourbon,
way
but
more
it's
comfy
close.
than my freaking Nick Fuentes
all right.
earphones.
So, let's. Okay. So we are now voting to end debate. Takes 2/3. Is there any objection to ending debate? Okay, I figured there would be. All right, those in favor
Somebody
of closing
had-
debate on this item, please, yeah, raise your hands. All right.
It looks
Those
like we may
opposed?
have. Oh, there you go.
All
You're
right,
back.
that's that. So the debate is closed. Now we are actually voting on, oh yeah, thank you. Shall the ruling of the chair be sustained? A yes sustains my ruling, a no overturns my ruling. Those in favor of sustaining my ruling, a yes vote, raise your hand. Those opposed? The yeses have that. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, request for information, microphone 3.
Microphone 3.
Daryl Perry, delegate from Maine. I am curious if the petition that was turned in by Mr. Thrasher, which had his name on it, could be construed as a nomination petition for
My
Mr. Thrasher.
Lord.
All right,
Look at him
hold on,
standing
hold on,
next to
hold on.
Dave Benner.
I understand. The way that the petition
Lord
was worded,
Jesus.
it specifically said it was for NODA, with Mr. Thrasher speaking on behalf of NODA. So, and therefore, Mr. Thrasher was not actually nominated.
Would it be in order to nominate Mr. Thrasher?
Yes. All right. I'm gonna entertain this one. I'm gonna say that, technically speaking, I think we can still suspend the rules, or no? There could be a suspension of the rules. Oh. Right. You hit.
I
right.
am not seeking to suspend the rules. I'm asking, would it be in order to nominate him?
Not at this time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. All right. Are we voting now? Is this what we're at now? Are we finally voting? We voting? We have election sheets. This is awesome. This is the part that actually counts. We're voting. Uh-oh, Mr. Starr's at the microphone. I'm worried.
No.
Okay. No. All right.
Ken's gonna throw his fucking
Listen,
shoe.
folks, you may not like him, but he's always right. I'm almost always right. I'm not kidding. All right. So, all right, we're voting.
Shannon's
right?
internet
Voting?
got
Voting?
monkeypox.
Really
Yes,
quick.
please, Mr. Secretary.
All right, so we are getting envelopes right now, and I have an election ballot sheet for every delegation, one each. So I need one, and exactly one, in a minute, don't get up yet, representative from each delegation to come up and get their sheet. You can take your votes if you have ballots already printed out for your state on those, but we also, if you don't have anything to write on, have a whole bunch of note cards at the end of this table. Please only take what you need.
Steal all the office
Use them
supplies.
all.
Be a
Don't waste
real
them, but we do have
libertarian.
those available. So at this time, if you guys can, in an orderly fashion, start coming up to the table, this is where the envelopes and election sheets are
Oh,
going to
God.
be.
This is where the concert
And while we're getting that
trampling happens.
organized, I will note that if there are any more
One more thing.
Sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
When you bring the envelopes with this sheet in it, we need the ballots as well. We need the ballots that were submitted to you as well as these sheets.
Yep, thank you. That is important. So,
Wise decision to write your delegation's name on the outside of that envelope.
hey, that's a good idea. Look.
Wise decision to write your delegation's name on the outside of that envelope.
Hey, that's a good idea. Look at all these great
That
tips.
was there.
Request information.
Yes,
Microphone
request for
2,
information.
Omar Recaro, Florida delegation.
Mr. Carrero.
Can we get the names of all the candidates on screen at some point in time?
Yeah, actually, Mr. Wolford, Mr. Secretary, if you wouldn't mind getting the names of the candidates that are back up on the screen on your.
So.
Hold on. He's getting beat up here.
Yeah. Okay. Hold up.
At some point in time, Mr. Chair, when it's appropriate. Thank you.
We will do that here in just a moment. Thank you, Mr. Requero. It's very.
All right. If I can say real quick, at some point I will get the names up. I have another sheet to deal with, but the names are also already printed on these sheets. So the names will be up in a second for everyone else, but for now they're on the sheets.
Okay. Do you need a second page? Or what are you working on? You good?
There's a problem with another tally sheet I have.
Oh God.
That's a surprise. There's a
Keep
problem.
working on that. In the meantime, Mr. Starr, microphone 2.
Shannon, your audio sounds like it's coming through
I'd
a
like to
tin
make a
can running
parliamentary
through a
inquiry.
dryer.
Okay.
There seem to-
Parliamentary inquiry.
There seem to be a,
Hold on, hey, folks. I know there's a little bit of chaos in the line, but we if you want to keep doing business and get things done, keep the noise level down, and we can keep doing business while we're getting the ballots and that.
so I'd like to know if the chair agrees with this statement. So let me preface it by saying that there's been a little bit of angst here that's saying that voices are being shut down, that somehow we're denying people the right to vote for an option. And I'd like to ask the chair to
formally suck my
clarify
dick.
that,
Oh,
because
wait.
I believe that Article 10.7 of our bylaws does say that votes cast for none of the above are valid
See
in
who
all
we
these
can
races,
see
so they
here.
will be counted.
I was like, I see
We may not
Stephen
have nominating
Nikela,
speech for,
his tall ass standing
but
up
they will
back
be
there.
counted in this.
He's easy to spot. He's white as shit.
I will tell you, my initial reaction is that feels right.
Yeah, Article 10.7.
Oh, his first
10.7.
reaction
Okay, yes.
is always
So
that it
Mr.
feels
Starr
right.
brings up the point that though NOTA was not, there was. Hi, everybody. This is important, actually, real quick, because this involves your ballot. Mr. Starr brings up a very good point that though none of the above was not permitted to speak, none of the above is still an option on your ballot. And so it is important to note that the bylaws command this under Article 10, paragraphs or Section 7, that votes cast for none of the above in voting on the party's nominees for president and vice president, the party's officers, which we're doing right now, and at-large members of the National Committee shall be considered valid. So thank you, Mr. Starr. That is well taken and a good reminder to everyone in the hall that none of the above will be counted, though it did not have a speech.
If they can get my screen, my laptop up on the screen, I'll have the names.
We're not doing right choice.
Shannon, can I get a quick
You
audio
better
test?
Leighton. Yeah, I didn't want to.
Mr. Chair, mic 2.
Microphone 2.
Robert Perry,
Yeah,
delegate
I
from
can hear
Kentucky.
you.
Mr. Perry, go ahead.
Would the chair
Yeah?
prefer Blanton's
Yeah, you're
or
fine.
Willett?
Okay.
I believe that's a personal privilege
hardwired.
thing.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm good with either one, actually.
Either?
This is
Either
going
one's
much
fine.
smoother
Stop
now.
flirting. I'm,
I'm
too
like-
old
I'm
for
easy.
you.
All right, I'll be
Thank
back.
you. All right. Where are we at here?
Point of order.
I see over here,
Oh my God.
Vicky Hansen.
Miss Hanson, I can barely hear you. People, if you can keep the noise down, please, 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 order. We can keep doing business so we can keep going forward if you keep the noise levels down.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
really
Secretary.
quick. A very important question was asked to me that I think everyone needs to hear.
Hey,
It was-
everybody, real quick. Important information.
It was asked if we are using approval voting and you can vote for as many as you want. The answer is no. You can vote for one candidate and one candidate only.
That's really important. Let's reiterate that really loud. You are voting for one candidate. This is not approval voting. It is not ranked choice voting. It is not star voting. It is not any other voting. It is straight up plurality voting. You vote for one and only one.
Point of
There
personal
can only
privilege.
be one.
Okay, so Ms. Hanson I had recognized her and I could not hear her.
Okay.
Ms. Hanson,
Yes, point of information. I'm looking at the agenda.
point of information.
It appears that we have gone out of order, the days of order, order of business, I'm sorry, in the new agenda. It looks like Mr. Cohen was supposed to have spoken before the chair's race.
Who was supposed to have spoken?
Spike Cohen. Tasha's husband. I am corrected. Tasha's husband.
So awesome.
Oh
That
my
was
gosh.
pretty great.
Okay.
Welcome back, Bean.
You know, you are correct in that. I would suggest that perhaps we pretend like that didn't actually happen, but maybe during the tally, if Mr. Cohen is here in the hall.
Ken.
Mr. Cohen, are you around? Spike? Somebody get Spike for that? That would be great. Actually, I think that would be perfect.
Paging
Once
Spike
everybody
Cohen.
turns in and we're doing the
Cohen.
tally, that'd be a perfect use of the time, and that way we can overlap those.
Tasha,
So,
I have-
thank you for bringing that up.
Cohen.
Real quick.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mimi. Yes, Ms.
Just real
Robson.
quick, this is a point of personal privilege. I want to tell my California delegates
Yes.
to line up to do their voting. We're going to do a conga line. I can't yell loud enough because my voice is gone, which is why I'm doing it at the microphone. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, did the California delegation hear their delegation chair? You're doing the conga line lineup. It's important. Okay, good deal. Making sure you guys got that. I see microphone two still.
I need to jump in here real quick.
Okay, sorry. As soon as the secretary.
We need a representative from Florida, Michigan, Nebraska, and Wyoming.
Which ones were they again?
Florida, Michigan, Nebraska,
Whoop, whoop.
and Wyoming.
All right. All right. Microphone two.
Eric Van Single, Texas. I have
All right. I'm sorry, sir. I'm having trouble hearing you. If the hall could quiet down a hair, please. We've still
Everybody
got
needs
business
to
going.
shut
I know
the
it's
fuck
exciting
up.
to vote for chair. I know this is what we're here for. It's exciting. I'm here for the bylaws committee report.
Me
but-
too.
Yeah, bylaws geeks unite. Microphone two.
Yes,
Speak into the microphone and,
Yes.
and shout over these people.
Shout. Hello, Eric Van Single, Texas. Point of personal privilege, and what you were just talking about is my point of privilege here. I can't hear.
Okay, yes.
I would request the chair to indulge me in standing at ease while we're handling the votes here.
Okay.
There's people yelling right now. I can't even have a conversation
Yeah.
with you.
All
So
right. That's
to
not a
conduct
bad
business
point.
is not
As the
gonna be good.
delegations, different sized delegations have different things to wrangle, and so it can be hard to tally votes. So we're going to stand at ease
Thank
for
you,
a few
Chair.
minutes here, while Mr. Cohen is also
A wild
tracked
Duke
down
reappears.
for our tally.
Ken is such
Very
a
good.
likable guy.
So we can actually kind of turn the volume down on this at least a little bit.
Would Robert Imhoff please report to the Idaho
Because
delegation?
at least for a
so your
minute
vote
there,
may
there's
be
not going to be
counted?
too much
Thank you.
going on. So, just a little mid-happen update here on what's actually going on. If you don't understand it or you're just tuning in now,
Mr.
They got
Chairman.
my water.
what has
Microphone
just taken
three.
place
Microphone
is that we're
three.
voting for
This way.
chair,
Yep,
and
there
those
you are.
votes are
Hello.
currently being cast.
Mr. Chairman, Michael Kilsky from Arizona. Point
The
of
ones on
parliamentary
screen.
inquiry.
Yeah,
Mr.
okay.
Chairman.
We are technically at ease, but go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, is taxation theft?
Taxation is indeed theft.
There we go. We knew
You
that.
know,
was
that's
gonna
actually a really good point. Boy, we haven't done a very good job of asking questions like that this convention. And don't hesitate. Don't get crazy with it. Like, you know.
I have an announcement.
Where's the announcement?
Microphone 3.
Microphone 3.
Christine Austin from the Georgia delegation. I just wanted to share with everybody that we brought pecans from Georgia, praline style. So stop
yeah.
by for something sweet, something salty, and some Southern hospitality, and introduce yourself
That's
at the Georgia
neighborly.
delegation.
Yeah.
Nice.
Southern hospitality.
Yeah, they just.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking at the
That's
other
cool.
microphones.
They brought
Mr.
nuts.
Microphone 1.
say there's somebody out in the YouTube world watching this, or someone out in the hall who might want to give to the party or learn more about the Libertarian Party. Is there a website or a phone number that they could go to make that happen?
Mr. DeRazio, I am so sorry. It is actually very loud up here. If you could repeat whatever that was you said, and I mean, eat the microphone.
Okay, can you hear me now? Excellent. Is there some sort of a phone number or a website that those people out in the YouTube world could go to learn more about the party or to donate some of their hard-earned fiat money to?
There is, in fact, a way to get more information about an organization.
Pornhub.com. No.
That is for increasing your individual liberty and stopping the government from taking your money.
No, that's the IRS.
I would suggest that
Government
you can
can't
go
take
to
your
a
money if you give
particular
it to Pornhub.
website, lp.org. You could also pick up the phone, which in today's world seems a little odd, but you can still do that and actually make a live human.
Holy shit, we're giving people seizures now.
Way to go.
Right?
At 1-800-ELECT-US. And
If
now we
you
actually
die,
have real
you
business
can't
that I have
sue
to get
me.
fixed. So thank you for that, Mr. DeRazio.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
All right.
Really quickly, and I need everyone to listen up. This is
super important. Everybody, stop for a minute. Stop everything for a moment. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day. Stop.
If you want
Listen.
if you want your votes to count, we need not only the ballot, the teller sheet I handed out, but the ballots back. And at this time, I need the Kansas delegation representative to come back, get their sheet and their envelope back, and bring back their ballots. We need all the ballots
they
as well.
fucked up.
Come on, Kansas.
Kansas. Come
So,
on, man.
Microphone two.
John Spivey of Texas. Point of personal privilege. I would like to ask the chair if he could remind everybody here as they are having conversations, to
see
move
you.
out of the aisle.
Oh,
because
that's a
people
good
who
idea.
have mobility issues may have
You have a
difficulty
camera?
passing.
Can
Yeah,
I hear
so
you?
that's
though?
not a bad idea. If you're having a conversation, especially, just
You
a
got
side
audio, too.
conversation,
Perfect.
there's an area in the back over here, which is really a great place to have a conversation. There's also doors all the way around the room. You could step out and have a conversation. Don't wander too far, because, we're voting, and then we'll be back to business, doing more business. And I assume we're going to be hearing from Mr. Cohen here soon. I hope he pops up. He's on his way. Excellent. I'm looking around at other microphones. to see if
Point of
anybody-
information on mic 3.
Microphone 3.
Mic 1, sorry.
I can't. I don't even know which one's which one.
Sorry,
anyway,
it's over
so-
here, sir.
There we go. Okay.
Point of information, when you ask for the ballots, are you asking for the index cards, or what are you asking for?
Yes, it's the index cards as well as the tally sheet.
I thought we.
Thank you very much,
we-
sir.
No problem.
We shred the card.
Mr. Chair, point of personal privilege.
We shred the 3.5.
Where's that at? All right, there we go. We go that way.
James Gentleman.
Yes, sir.
Hey, James.
There is a shot glass missing from the Minnesota table. It has a picture of a porcupine on it and the URL, lpmn.org on it. If it is in your possession, after going to lpmn.org and joining our party if you'd like, donating is even better. If you could return it to the Minnesota table, it would be much appreciated. Thank you very much.
All right. Minnesota is
Who the
missing
fuck
a
is
Minnesota
stealing
branded
shot
shot glass. If you've got
Also,
that,
that's
take it back
great
over to the Minnesota
advertising.
Party.
Because this is on C-SPAN and stuff, I think. So that's like smart.
All right.
Point of information, microphone 1.
Microphone 1.
Is this on C-SPAN?
Would Shoney Bear be a
Yeah,
possibility
I
as
believe
a
so.
candidate if Noda
Yep.
wins the election?
They just have separate
Jesus
cameras, I
Christ.
believe.
I'm not sure that the Shoney Bear has joined as a member of the party. Oh, he is a member. Well, I mean, if Shoney Bear can prove that they are a member and would accept the nomination. So, okay.
Microphone 2.
I'm being assured that Shoney Bear is actually a member by multiple people up here. So, all right.
Mr. Chair, request for information. Angela McArdle,
Miss
California.
McArdle, I am now not able to speak anymore. Yes, go ahead.
After our voting conga lines die down, would it be in order for us to hear the treasurer's and/or audit report? And if not, would it be in order for us to hear Spike Cohen if he was so available while our tellers are counting votes?
I am actually hoping that Mr. Cohen does arrive, and because we did accidentally skip. Oh, hey, there's Spike.
Hey.
Spike. All right,
There's
that's
the salmon
excellent
eating
news.
fucker.
Mr. Cohen, we accidentally, inadvertently skipped over you in the schedule a little bit
Mr.
earlier.
Cohen, we have a tendency to
Well, I
skip
mean, it was
Jews
the
in
very
the
first order of
Libertarian
business,
Party.
so we actually just let you sleep in.
And it seems
I mean,
as though
if
we've
that's
done
what you wanted, I
exactly
don't
that to you.
But that
We
said,
had Murray Rothbard, Mises, we go right
are
over
still
them,
voting.
ignore
The
'em.
conga lines are still
We
going in a
figured
few
we'd,
places. Then we're going to have the
we'd
tally.
roll the dice with you as
And,
well.
Mr. Cohen, while we're doing the tally, if you would like to give it, you're on the agenda for 10 minutes. And I know you can do 10 minutes anytime, anywhere. 'Cause that's what Spike does. So we're going to hear from Mr. Cohen as soon as all the ballots are turned in.
You can
Mr.
do
Wolford,
10 minutes.
Are all the ballots
Can
actually
mean
turned in now? Are we
like
tallying
30 different
everybody?
things, and
Everybody
only
turned in?
half of those are good.
Okay. All right. I want to wait until all the ballots are actually turned in,
Dude,
because until that
I
point,
was
there's going to be
laughing
people yelling at their
the
delegates and telling them to
entire
do this
day.
and that.
Microphone
So
I
let's
was
wait for
laughing
that. And as soon as the
like
last
a
ballot is
hyena.
in,
My
and everybody
roommate
can stare at the
checked in
last
on me.
date and be like, "Come
They
on."
were worried. They didn't know what was.
Information, California?
It was chaos.
Yes.
California?
California.
And it's going to be probably better today, even though I thought it was going to be worse, just because Smolman's in charge.
Banana, oatmeal.
Jesus came down and
Dude,
That
I
sounds
was
wonderful.
almost.
See the lady with the purple blue hair.
Thank you. All right. I see a hand raised over here on the side.
Yes. Microphone 1, it's Scotty Bowman from Michigan.
Scotty Bowman.
As a point of
hey,
personal privilege,
there's Mitch and Josh.
I'd like to ask if
Dude,
the
check it out.
delegation
Rich.
could join
Oh, Rich
in
is there too,
a chorus
shit.
of Kumbaya.
And Ben.
Where's Josh?
They're all right there. That's the
James.
whole.
I mean, we're at ease
whole
right now,
Florida
so
fuck
if
show
people
going
wanted
on.
to sing, they could, but it might also interfere with the ability of the delegation still trying to vote. So perhaps we could wait till we break for lunch, Mr. Bowman?
Perhaps, pardon?
Could we perhaps wait on that till we break for lunch, so that the delegations can finish
guys.
getting yelling at their delegates?
So
and
many
stuff, and
people
get
have been
stuff
telling
ready
me
and
how
wait for
short
Spike, and we get a few more
Spike
elections
is.
done.
Sounds like a great
When we
idea.
break for lunch?
Yeah.
When I
He's
dropped
not a-
out of the
he's not a
stream,
Yes.
I was
All right.
done. Dude, I was done. I was laughing like a hyena and done. I was
And
like,
announcement,
no,
microphone 1.
The Agarists
Oh
are
my
right.
God, power mullet.
The Agarists
Oh,
are
yeah.
fucking right.
Hey, Mike Seebeck.
All right, go ahead, yes. We have an important announcement.
who
Hold on
that
one
is?
second. I heard the microphone one, but we have an
Yeah.
important announcement. Go ahead.
Ladies
Bitchin'
and gentlemen,
hair,
the
man.
delegation chairs
Hey.
for your
Usually has
envelopes,
tie-dye
please
on and a
mark
hat.
your state,
Oh, I saw
the
him
race this is
yesterday,
for,
counting.
Yeah.
and what round it is, please. Thank you. And don't seal
Usually
them.
has tie-dye
He's got
on.
a
I think
good
his
voice.
All
top
right,
is
did
too-
everybody hear that? I'm guessing no,
Oh,
because
yeah.
there's a lot of conversations going on.
He's got
Mike,
radio.
come back here real
Mike.
quick. I want
Guys,
you
we don't need
to
to add to it.
pretend like you are very hungry.
I don't know who that guy is, but he seems like a guy I want to meet. That guy seems cool.
Who?
And come
Mike?
here. This one.
Yeah, whoever the dude.
Late-
Yeah, that guy is with the
Okay,
bitchin'
listen.
hair.
Listen, Mike Seebeck and CAH are like besties, and they do a show together on YouTube.
Oh no shit! I'm gonna have
Guys.
to like
Yeah.
have him on my show or something. He
The,
seems like a cool personality.
The Robert's Rules of Order. They do like the cult of whatever. No, it's really good.
Oh, okay,
So
cool.
he's
So for this
he's
one
out
right
of
now,
Col-
this
he's
is
in
for chair
Colorado.
round.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like his hair.
Oh,
You've seen him? He's just always in tie dye. Like
So
Jen. So Flock of Seagulls over here is based. What's going on?
very. Mike is cool as shit.
no one
Mike
has a
and Karen and
hairstyle like
Carlos
that
are
and not be
BFFs.
based.
Not too many
It's
people can
impossible.
rock that.
No.
Duke's jealous.
Okay.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Guys, Shaka.
Duke, did you have a late night?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm sick. So yeah, I feel like shit.
Are you? First
yeah.
day working with kids and they got you sick?
Seems like it. But yeah, I'm probably gonna jump off here in a minute.
I shaved
Go
my
lay
head
down.
because
Microphone
I
3
could not
from
rock
the personal
that.
privilege.
I shaved
But I
my
just
head
wanted
because
to-
I couldn't.
Anyone who's ever dealt with like babies knows just how many times an adult can get sick in like a 1 month period. Cause
Who are you talking
and
to? I taught pre-K for 20 years. Like I was constantly sick.
Well, that's what
You
I'm
don't
talking
build
about. Yeah,
you don't
you don't.
build in a. You don't. Mm-mm.
Well, they've got a bunch of bullshit you've never been exposed to or you haven't been exposed to forever. So it's like your body's just like, I don't know how to deal with any of this. Like,
I never got it, but the most fun one besides lice is the hand, foot, mouth, which is usually they come into contact with like poop, and then they give it to
Put it in
adults.
their mouth.
Nasty.
No. Shannon's getting a shout out right there.
Who's that? Who that? Who's
Tyson
Tyson?
Brownlee. Well, you said you tweeted it out, so one of your followers, I'd
Hey,
imagine.
Tyson. You know, Duke. I can't keep them all straight.
No, you just have so many. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on and say what's up to Leighton and everyone.
all right.
But yeah,
well,
I'm gonna head on out. I'm gonna go
I'll
lay
see ya.
down and listen to Angela win this thing. Everyone have a good one.
You too. Peace.
Okay, Duke. Feel better.
Thank you.
Stay hydrated.
Well, it has been a perfect little lull too. We had a little bit of time. A little bit of time in between here where they get to cast their votes and it's quiet. And Tyson said, I put the chat up there, that he'd have 30 cents if he had a dime for every time he's had you tweet out a random stream, Shannon. That's kind of how I used to be on like Reddit and like forums, just like peppering. Hey, there's our future lawyer.
It's so nice to see CAH back up there.
Yeah.
Right.
Rob
so
a
guys,
flob.
I miss it. When?
It happened before they went live, I guess.
Yeah, no. So from what Duke said, she has not been reinstated yet. She is simply assisting as assisting the parliamentarian. So, but she has the election
Mr.
coming
Chair,
up,
microphone
and
3,
she's gonna
point
win.
of personal privilege.
Let's be honest, she can do all their jobs.
Microphone 3.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I am Drew Cook, delegate from Oklahoma. I'm also the chair of the Sober Caucus.
Sir, I just want to let you know
I'm none of that.
there is a lot of noise because of the tallying going on and whatnot.
Gotcha.
So you're going to need to eat that microphone and speak up.
Okay, just let everybody here know we have doses of Narcan for free available in the Central Pacific Room. No questions asked. If you don't already have one on you, please grab one. You never know when you could save somebody's life. The other thing that we're doing this weekend is we are donating to a local recovery program. I just touched base with them. They are accepting cash donations. If you would be interested in helping us spread volunteerism and charitable acts of service, please come find me.
Test.
I hear ya. Wait, it's buffering.
Yeah.
At the Oklahoma delegation table. Thank you.
At least we're a
Thank you,
little
Sober
bit on the
Caucus.
same page.
The Minnesota delegation chair, if you could come up here to the tellers.
Announcement for microphone 1.
All right, what states are we waiting on? I'm sure California. I feel so bad every time Mimi has to do the giant count of 150 people or whatever.
Oh, fuck my life.
That would make sense. That makes sense.
Mr. Chair.
Oh, I'm hearing my name. It's weird because it's not really.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
There
you go. Will Hobson, delegate for Oregon. I just wanted to make a statement that there are flyers available on some tables for the Yemen Relief and Reconstruction Foundation that's doing
Hold on one second.
Sure.
I am not hearing you enough, so you're going to have to get in closer.
Sorry.
There you go.
We go. There are flyers on some tables talking about the Yemen Relief and Reconstruction Foundation.
Everything is so fun.
It's a really great charity doing awesome work in Yemen, trying to undo the damage from the
just heard
wars
Shannon.
that have been going on there.
And she hasn't actually opened her mouth
If you'd like
in a
more
while.
information, you can come find me at the Oregon
Everything-
delegation.
my
I
audio
can
is so
tell you
fucked
more
up.
about it. But if you go to yemenfoundation.org, they're really excited that libertarians
Yeah, I'm not
were
sure what's
supporting
going on
them.
there.
And
I
yeah,
can
they'd
hear
love
you
to continue to have our support.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Chair, microphone 3.
Microphone
1.
All right, hang on. Oh my gosh, everybody needs me. Hold on.
It's okay.
I think
My announcement at 1 does not
maybe
need the chair.
Ken is
All
the
right.
one that got.
I have an important
Karen
question
to help.
because they're starting to do some tallying. Are there any delegations who have not turned in their ballots yet?
California.
Is California still working? Okay, it's all good. We're just checking in. If you guys are last, and that's totally understandable because you're literally 10% of the party. Let us know when you get it turned in, and we'll start the tallying and spike and all that good jazz.
Hey guys,
Well,
I'm gonna
right,
turn off
right,
my
yeah,
camera.
once California's
I'm
turned in,
doing this.
we'll
It's not a
bring spike
bug.
up.
Okay, no problem.
Mr. Chair, microphone 3.
All right. I'm going to go over, I keep going over here because I'm right-handed, and that's a natural thing, so I'm going to go over here.
Quick announcement from the state of Kansas. We have the best chance we have ever had to win a partisan race for State House. We have a 2-term elected Libertarian running into what is expected to be a 2.
Okay. I am going to solve this problem by bumping my quality down just a touch here. This very well might be on their end. They had issues with the stream yesterday cutting out. So I will go on my phone here.
I was on, but then I jumped out.
So it
They're
appears
buffering.
like
It's them.
No, it appears like it was running on my phone.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
it is working on my phone, so just give me one moment. We will reload it, people, and I will make the executive decision on whether we are going to rewind it, because it seemed like that guy wasn't getting anywhere anyway.
No, I would just. Scott did great. He always does great. I've never.
I understand.
Are we back?
I just worry unless California is done. Oh, okay, they're done. Sweet.
I'm
Here
going to
we
leave
go.
that at 480p, and that should
All right.
solve any loading
All right,
issues.
are we
have.
sure? Any other state delegation out there that hasn't turned in their ballot? Their ballots and their tally sheet. Everybody got that square? We good? Going once? Going twice? Hawaii? Hawaii? Get up here, Fina. You're looking lovely today, Fina. Looking fabulous.
Ken is great.
Thank you for bringing the ballots up. And
Yo, what's dinosaur dress
is
lady
that
wearing
it?
today?
All the ballots, all the tally sheets turned in. Everybody good? Everybody good? Everybody good? All right. Then in that case, the guy who really, actually, literally doesn't need any introduction, Mr. Spike Cohen.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Nevada 2022 National Libertarian Convention. Welcome to the Love Fest, guys. Oh, man. Who here is ready to fight for freedom? That was a good first practice. Let's try that again. Who here is ready to fight for freedom? There we go. There we go. I am at the Libertarian Convention. Who here is ready to end the wars that government has declared on us and on innocent people around the world? Who here is ready to create a future that is freer than we could ever imagine right now? Now, who here doesn't want any of that? That guy. Okay, we got one guy. One guy doesn't want that. That's good to know. Remember that. Okay?
Jump him.
It's good that we're here to fight, because the reality is we're the only ones to do it. We've seen what government has done, just even in the last 2 years, running roughshod over our lives and over the lives of others, ruining people's livelihoods, destroying people's businesses, destroying people's incomes and their savings, destroying their rights, destroying their lives. That is not going to end until we fix it. Now, thankfully, As a result of those things, a record number and a growing number of people recognize that the ruling class is scamming them. And we have been rising to the occasion to show them a better way. Our bold strategy to fix all of this through freedom, right? We have more libertarians elected now than at any time in recent memory. We have libertarians are getting more attention in old and new media than ever before. Millions of people are joining me every day on making government absolutely miserable on social media. We're doing the work. We're doing the work, and that's good, because as we know, in a statist society, it's not enough to just not be a statist. We must be actively anti-statist. We all know that.
That was pretty good.
We all know that.
And that was a jab at Joe, too.
We all know that. Everybody here,
Yep, no shit.
everybody here is acutely aware of that. Oh, man. So I'm going to say something that some of y'all might not like. But thankfully, as a libertarian, I'm used to doing that. So whoever wins here, and we're about to find out very soon, whoever wins here, it's time to move forward, because what we don't need to do is create a new duopoly in this party. We do not... Anytime you feel like clapping, I will stop for you, okay? Okay? This is about you. You want to clap for me, I will stop talking. No. Thank you. Thank you so much. We have a situation where, to a lot of people in this room, you can't just be in another faction or another caucus or disagree with your faction or caucus. They're Nazis. They're blue-pilled loser cucktards. They're...
Oh, God.
There's a new word you can use.
He said the line, he said the line, he said
The people
the
who
line.
disagree with me, they're not individuals. They're a collective, and I have to treat them that way. I have to look at only the bad actors on their side and ignore the bad actors on my side. I am insistent on creating a duopoly because it doesn't serve me in the least. Let's be very clear. The only difference between the duopoly that's being created in this party and the one that already exists is theirs has power because theirs actually works for them. The purpose of the duopoly isn't that that's a good way to run things. It's to keep everyone distracted from the nonsense they're doing behind the scenes. This doesn't work for us. Distracting us from the real enemy isn't working, and it's not going to work. We need to work together. Remember a minute ago when all of you agreed on all those things I said, ending wars, putting the power back in people's hands, setting America free, creating a freer future? We agree on way more than we disagree on. And all of the people in this room are here because you have made fighting for freedom a major priority in your lives. These are not the people you want as enemies. We already have enemies. Don't make enemies out of people who agree with you. Now look, I'm not calling for unity, okay? There are some major differences here. Some of them are unbridgeable. We have differences in strategy, differences in messaging, differences in whether or not certain libertarian celebrities are good people or bad people. You know, the important stuff. Some of you just don't like each other and aren't going to get along. I'm not calling for you to get along. I'm not even calling for you to pretend to get along. I am just calling for you to stop ripping each other to shreds. Because we use a democratic system to make decisions in this party, there has to be a winner and there has to be a loser. And we're about to find out over the next few hours who the winners and the losers are going to be. So I'm going to tell you this. If you came here to stop a takeover, you need to know, whether you win or you don't win, you need to know that the motivation and the desire from that takeover came from a frustration with the status quo, a frustration that you likely share, and that if you win, you're going to have to show them how you're going to fix that status quo and move the party forward.
Yeah. Those really
If you came here If you came here to take over and disrupt that status quo, you need to know that a lot of the people that have been opposed to that takeover are also frustrated with that status quo. They just didn't like the vibe of the takeover, okay? We're libertarians. If we perceive something to be an invasion, we naturally resist it. If you win, you need to show them that the takeover was for a positive reason and your vision to take this party to the next level.
Good message.
Yes, 100%.
And if you are
agree.
here,
Where's the lie?
if you are here to try to get people to work together no matter who wins, God bless you. Let's get this round of applause is for you, by the way. My God. Jesus Christ. So that's what I have to say about that. And I want to end on this. Because of the nature of a political party, we have to argue on how to move forward. Also, for the vast majority of voters out there, a political party doesn't seem like something for them to get involved in. They don't want to get involved in party politics. What we are doing here is necessary. What is happening at this convention is necessary for us to have ballot access, for us to run candidates, all of that stuff. This is necessary, but let's not delude ourselves. What happens on the floor of this convention is not going to set the world free in our lives or anyone else's. What happens at the floor of this convention is not going to change the minds of the 95+% of voters who either have no idea who we are or who think that we're not worth joining or voting for. And by the way, that includes millions of self-identified libertarians. That's just the reality of party politics. People don't look at the Republican convention and say, wow, I'm a Republican, or look at the Democrat convention and say, wow, I'm a Democrat. And they're not going to look at this one and say, wow, I'm a libertarian. They want to see action. They don't want to see infighting. They want to see a bold new direction. And they want to see it from you in your community. Go to your city council meetings and your county council meetings and speak the truth to those corrupt fools and organize and invite for other people to join you. Hell, invite me, I might join you. I like that. I like doing that.
He sure does.
Build coalitions with people who agree with you on even one issue and win on that issue with them. Cyberbully the government on social media 24/7 until they delete their accounts. That gets the biggest applause. No, that one's my favorite too. That one's my favorite too. The other ones might have been more important, but that one is truly my favorite too. Let's be clear. Show your neighbors how liberty works in practice and action and not just theory and philosophy, because long before they join us, long before they vote to put a libertarian in the White House, they need to see how liberty works where they live, which, by the way, is where you live. Yep. Work to set your community free and bring people into the movement. Stop. Oh, go ahead. Thank you. Stop waiting, if you were waiting, stop waiting for some great libertarian savior to come and magically get everyone to vote libertarians and vote us into the White House where we can trickle down liberty on everyone from Capitol Hill. That's not how this works. This is not Space Jam. Bill Murray is not coming out of nowhere at the last minute to save the day. No one is coming. Absent our action, things are only going to get worse. You don't like double-digit inflation? Wait till your dollars are as worthless as Zimbabwean dollars. You don't like food and formula shortages? Wait till you're lucky to find anything at the store, like in Venezuela. You didn't like lockdowns and mandates? Wait till they put you in camps like they did in Australia. Or weld your door shut so you can starve to death like in China. This isn't from some dystopian novel. This is happening right now, and it will happen here unless we stop it. And while we're stopping that, let's put a stop to everything else they've been doing. The war on guns, the war on drugs, the wars overseas, the war on your income, your savings, your livelihood, your family, your way of life, your personal health choices, your rights, your freedoms. Let's put an end to it and bury it for good. No one is coming to save us. We are here to save us. We are here to spread liberty in our communities. We are here to put liberty and freedom ideas into our cultures. We are here to show people a better and new way. We are here to set America free. We are here for nothing short of a revolution. So let's do it. Now, who's with me?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Thank Jesus fuck.
Damn.
He's got to get up there.
All right. Hey, guess what? Good news. We have results.
Oh my god!
Mr. Wolford.
Okay. So for anyone who hasn't done this before, here's what the procedure is going to be. In a second, I'm going to share my screen on the overhead, and we are going to scroll through each state, and the delegation chair from each state is going to be looking at the screens and validating, as well as everyone else, that the totals on the screen match what they turned in. So be prepared for that. I'm going to scroll slowly, and then at the end, I'm going to go to my results sheet, and I will display the results with percentages. So as long as everyone's ready, please put my screen on the overhead.
What that means, delegation chairs, is you need to be ready to run up here if something's wrong.
And I'm going to wait a little bit for Alabama and then start scrolling slowly.
All the big numbers are in Angela.
Okay, we'll make it bigger.
All the big numbers. All the big numbers are in.
How's that?
41.
All right, I'm going to wait a little bit longer to make sure Alabama gets it.
Seriously, Kokesh.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Yep.
Yep. Well, that is fucking free and clear right there. Angela McCardle is the chair. Or is there multiple rounds? There's not, right? Because that's majority.
No, I
so
think that's what
it.
they said, that they weren't doing that. I think that's what they
Yeah.
cleared up. I could be wrong,
Yeah.
but
Nice.
awesome.
Apparently, I changed my video to a black square in support of BLM. You know, to celebrate. What?
Tony couldn't even
All
get.
right.
Tony couldn't
Nope.
even get. 10,
Barely got
the
more
first
than
ballot.
10%.
With 69 over 69.5%.
Nice. 69.
Face as fuck.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm sorry, P-Nord, but
incoming
you're
chair,
roboting out
McCardle.
on my end. I got to take you out of here.
All right. Next on the agenda, moving things along, is the secretary's race.
Okay.
That is what is next on the agenda. I
CAH.
promise. Oh, in case the chairs wanted to run for vice chair and submit, that's so smart. People thought this ahead. Wow.
Poor Ken.
All right, so those that did not make chair,
You know he doesn't like doing
There's
this.
still time. Anybody who actually, there's still time until nominations are closed. People can continue to submit petitions. Yeah, so just keep that in mind that you can still submit petitions, run around, collect your signatures, bring them up here. But in the meantime, we are moving on to the secretary's race. Mr. Secretary, are you ready for secretary?
I am. So if I
Oh,
can.
dear Lord. So now I have two people that are my qualified secretaries that are both running for secretary.
This is
and I need a
fucking.
secretary.
They're gonna do Ken dirty.
Yeah.
Oh.
The plan was,
Yeah.
with the body's indulgence, we're going to work together on this ballot, so that way we're both looking at it.
All right. I would ask the question of the candidates. Are you the only two candidates who have had nomination paperwork submitted? Okay.
Tyson.
With the body's indulgence,
No one
since they're
wants
both here and they
secretary.
both agree,
It's
is
a
that
hard
okay
job and it's a lot of
that
work.
both secretary
That's
candidates
why
work
the only.
together?
I mean, that's why she does it so well.
Is there objection? Let me ask this the other way. Is there objection to
by
this?
some people too, but she has got a huge kind of coalition
right.
movement behind her.
Honestly, his notes.
So with that said, hey, we can all watch this.
He also
He
was
hasn't,
like pretty touchy-feely with Whitney.
Okay.
And I think that.
Oh,
pissed
really?
I haven't
people
rolled
off.
a 20-sided die in quite some time.
Oh, I noticed that yesterday. You're right.
Yeah, the getting with
Once upon a time, I used to do a little bit of D&D.
D&D. They have a D20.
What am I rolling for? Nomination speeches. All right. So highest or lowest in
Is that
who?
DL
Highest goes first, and
Yes.
to the right?
Yeah. That might actually be.
Oh yeah, we need to do nominations. Haha. Yeah, that's important. All right. So this new procedure. I apologize.
I
So
thought I knew the person
the
next
two
to
candidates who so far qualify to be nominated are, in order, just near me, Ms. Karen Ann Harlos and Mr. John Wolford. They are the two candidates who qualify to be nominated from the floor at this time.
Hey, Shan, is Wolfer bad?
That means somebody needs to make a
Not
motion
100% sure.
Microphone two.
Okay.
I just know
Microphone
CH.
Two. Hey, Eric Van Single, Texas,
course.
and it is.
I mean, I'm like in her
to
campaign.
nominate
thing
John
and
Wilford
stuff, too.
for secretary.
Mr. Wolford, you've been nominated. Do you accept that nomination?
I do accept.
bro.
Excellent.
Mike 3,
Microphone 3.
Dave Benner, Tennessee delegate, volunteer forever. I move to
Dave's
nominate
great.
Karen Ann Harlos for the secretary position.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Benner. Ms. Harlos, do you accept the nomination? Of course. Yes. All right. Are there any other petitions for any other candidates for secretary at this time? There are no one. If there's no other petitions, then no one else can be nominated. So there would be a good time for somebody to make a motion to perhaps close nominations.
Microphone 3, I move to close nominations. Matt Losby from Idaho.
All right. Thank you very much. There's a motion to close nominations, and I hear multiple seconds. I see someone over here looking to be recognized. You raised your hand.
What does close?
Delegate.
Utah
I second
delegate?
the motion.
Oh, okay. You're just second. Good deal. Okay. So we've got multiple seconds. Is there objection to closing nominations for secretary at this time? Hearing no objection, we will then declare those closed. And now we will roll for order. Yes. All right. And you two have agreed that Ms. Harlos is going to get the first roll. Is that correct? And by perfect alphabetical order, you guys are so efficient. Secretaries. They take good notes. All right. So the rules here are lowest number, right?
Highest number goes first.
Highest number goes first, and Ms. Harlos gets the first roll. So let's see if I can do this without knocking this off. I haven't played a board game in a while. I did it right. 16.
Mr. Chair, point of personal privilege.
Wait, somebody pointed what?
In front of you.
Where at?
Right in front of you.
Mike who? Yes.
Just California, Rachel Nix, California. If Carrie Eiler is in the room, could you please come back to our table, please?
All right.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. Looks like over here, it's going to be nominated or recognized.
Alexander Elman, Wisconsin, and I hereby endorse Karen Ann Harlos for secretary.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. All right. Cool. All right. You got to read, Mr. Wolford. So I believe that means by the rules that you decided that Ms. Harlos will go first.
I agree, Tyson.
Yeah, no, this
Tyson.
is a fact.
Amy Lepore?
Yeah.
Spud, what's up?
Dude, Tyson
Chair,
is
request for
basic
information.
as
To your right, sir.
fuck.
Yep,
Hey,
thank you.
Spud.
Matthew Hicks, South Carolina. I tend to hope the best
Spuddy!
for people, but I'm sure there are some in this room who haven't read and understand what NOTA does. Could you, just for the body, explain how that works?
Okay.
Just-
None of the
Thank you, sir.
above. Very quickly, none of the above is a concept that is cherished. It's a good tradition in our organization. And it is a matter of if you don't like anybody who is running, rather than just not voting, you actually get to vocalize and say none of the above. And in fact, in some ways, it actually has an effect in our organization. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but it does apply both to president and also to our officers, that if none of the above wins, then none of those candidates win. And so, and then nominations would be reopened, and then you can nominate other people, which in this case then would require a petition and all that stuff to be qualified. So it's quite a rigmarole now that we've added the petition thing, but that is what none of the above is. If you don't like your choices, you always have the option of choosing none of the above, which I think would make America a better place if it could do that, because, you know, I mean, I'm just saying. And the reason they don't do that is because the majority of Americans would vote for none of the above. I'm just saying. When we don't appear, of course. All right. All right. So.
I feel bad
I'm
about
not seeing
Whitney.
any more
I really do.
microphones. What's that?
I don't know the
I
situation
can,
yet.
you know what? If you would like, I can give you. my-
In what way?
If that works for you.
There was a couple of tweets saying that she left in an ambulance. the
Yeah, I
hospital.
know. I just don't know what the situation
Yeah,
is.
there's like no update though. I can't find anything on the update.
Okay.
That's
What?
why Ken's chairing the whole convention, is because Whitney, the girl who was chairing it before, went to the
Yeah.
hospital.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was wondering what happened. I was wondering
Yeah, we don't.
why
We just.
this ginger's up there.
Good to see you.
Nah,
How's
we'd
everybody
rather
doing
have the
tonight?
ginger up there. Ken's
Is that Amy?
Ken's
Of
much
course.
better than Whitney. Believe.
My name is Amy Lepore, and I am
Woo!
the vice chair of the Libertarian Party of Delaware.
The badass right there.
Fuck yeah, she
And
is.
I stand here as a testament to the hard work of the LPD membership and as a witness to people across this country who came to our aid during a very tough year. And when I think of who helped us the most, when I think of people who poured their soul into the battle that our party fought, I think of the countless hours and the critical counsel offered by no one other than Karen Ann Harlos. I stand here today because of Karen Ann Harlos. And I am in awe of her spirit, her selflessness, and above all, her actions on behalf of every single person in this room and the people we represent. She is a guardian of the truth and a tireless advocate for the underdog. She has given voice to members finding themselves out of favor with the party elite, and she is a champion for affiliates subjected to fraud, trickery, and the same politics that we all claim to be sick of. The time has passed for party bickering and mean girl tactics. We came here to beat back government on behalf of our children and our grandchildren, that they might live a freer life than we do. For far too long, this party has presented trepidation instead of valor, timidity instead of courage, passivity instead of boldness, and that is a dark place for a movement to be. But when I look for a light that will guide this party into a braver future, the light I see casts a pink hue and comes in the form of Karen Ann Harlos.
This is about as good as
Today
you
marks
could
the beginning of a
fucking
very
get.
important era. Today we move past the old ways.
Amy,
we tell our new
I
leadership their
promise
job is
you,
to fight the state. They
we'll
must
do
fight
big
the
things
COVID regime, fight the monsters that destroyed
at a
our
federal
businesses
level.
and our livelihoods, fight those monsters who would cover the faces of our children. Their job after today is to fight the war party, to save our brothers, our sisters, our husbands, and our wives from being in countries where this country does not belong. Their job is to defend the flame of liberty, and to do that, we send the assistance of the pink flame of liberty. Today, we elect the preserver of this party's history and honor what has come before us. Today, we defend the woman who has defended each and every one of us, restoring her to a position that she has earned and will continue to show that she has deserved. There could be hundreds of you up here nominating Karen Ann today, because I know she has touched your lives, but I'll tell you what, I'm proud to do it. It is my great pleasure to nominate Karen Ann Harlos for Secretary of the Libertarian Party.
That is fucking awesome, man. That was like
Look at that.
Oh my god.
great.
Beautiful.
Yeah, look at the room, man. I think this is. Look at Josh, Josh Alofka.
Okay. Let me just grab my computer here. All right, thank you, Amy. It was my deepest honor to defend Delaware. It was my deepest honor to defend New Hampshire. It was my deepest honor right now to continue to defend Massachusetts. And let me tell you, if tomorrow you need my help and you're being the underdog with people in positions of privilege, it doesn't matter whether I agree with you now, it would be my deepest honor to defend you. This year has been very, very tough. But in a way, I'm grateful for it. Because you want to know something? When you guys elected me in 2020, that position was precious to me. And when I defended New Hampshire, I knew it would cost me my position. And I did it anyway. And I would do it again. I am grateful. I am grateful because not all of us know what we're going to do when the time of testing comes. We like to say what we would do, but when you actually are facing something that you know is going to cost you dearly, something you love, I am grateful I passed the test because we have a bigger test. The state can take away everything. Are we ready to face that test? I hope I am. I hope you are. And I want to be by your side when that test comes. I am asking you, if you weren't here in 2020 for your vote now, and if you were here in 2020, I'm asking you to take back the vote that was stolen from you by the leadership who had no right to do that.
Very well said. And the room is just, yeah.
Karen Ann Harlos
All right.
is our
Thank you, Ms.
White
Harlos.
Rabbit.
Mr. Wolford?
Well, that's a hard one to follow. So you'll have to forgive me. I have not had a whole lot of time to prepare with everything going on. So I used a bit of a template for my speech. It said start with a joke, so, there you go. The next thing on my template was to say something nice. So I would like to start this off. Oh, my timer's not going. There we go. Start this off by thanking a few people. I'd like to thank Mike Seebeck, Bill Sorensen, I'm going to mess this up so bad, Kat McElroy, Autumn Pangia, Matt Adler, Allison Graham, Rob Latham, Stephen Eckert, Daniel Wookie, Patrick Mitchell, Hector Roos, Clayton Soltz, Liz Del Signore, excuse me, Tori Behringer, and Miss Karen Ann Harlos for assisting me today with counting all the votes. So thank you, guys. The next thing that my template told me was you need to talk about yourself a little. So here we are. How did I end up here and why am I here again? Well, as you know, there was some controversy on this last LNC, if anyone's heard. That while I do not think it's healthy to rehash here, it did leave a vacancy in the secretary's position. And I had just been elected as an alternate one meeting before. I have not really been involved in national that much. I've actually focused more on my state. But another vacancy activated me just a little while before, and it actually pushed my representative into the chair spot. And I was not happy about the way that that vacancy occurred, so I said it's time for me to get involved. I ran for an alternate spot, and when you know, 3 months later, I was national secretary. Look at that for a trajectory. I have spent the last 6 months or so doing this job. It's a very difficult job, very detail-oriented, and I have made my fair share of mistakes. But during that time, I have heard from people that there are some people in this party who do not feel that they are ready to work with my opponent. And I believe in choice, and I want to offer the delegates a choice in this matter. So because of that, I am here offering to dutifully do this job for 2 more years. But I'm going to be happy either way because we have 2 very qualified candidates for this office.
Leighton, check your DMs.
The last thing that my template told me was I need to ask for something. It gave some suggestions. Maybe you could ask for votes. It's always nice. Sign a form. Give me an email. That's a good one to ask for. Make a donation, right? I looked over it, and I decided none of those were right for me.
How awesome is that? Can you pull that up?
Bring this up
Here's
on
what I'm
stream
going to make
momentarily.
my ask while I'm up
Okay.
here.
As soon as he's done.
We
I
have
got you,
had
boo.
and are having, continuing, a contentious convention.
That's a genius one.
And we all
she had
understand
to have planned that
the
for a while.
reasons that we've arrived here. They've been hashed out over and over in countless calls to unity. But here we are. So what I am going to ask each and every one of you to do during this convention is to take this opportunity to go find somebody you don't agree with who lives geographically near you and shake their hands. Go get to know them a little better and be prepared to work with them for the next 2 years, because that's not going to change. These same people in this room are going to be here through the next 2 years. You're going to have to work with these people. I'm sorry. The other thing I'm going to ask is we are into our LNC elections, and we're going to have judicial elections next. And I'm going to ask that whoever gets elected, no matter whether you are elected from your region or at large, that you realize that you represent an entire party, not any one group of that party, and be ready to do that job. I had a little bit more to say about coming together, but I think you get the message, and my time has expired, so thank you.
He's a nice enough guy.
No, he
I just-
doesn't seem to be like. He seems very nice. They seem to get along. They seem to
Right.
everything. It's just
Thank
this
you
is
both.
business.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the
It's a
doctor
reason
gonna
it's
be
called
able to tell
party
us, correct?
business.
That
Yep,
guy
so
seems
the-
great. I
Okay,
think he
it's
will
almost as if the secretary had something else to do there for a moment. The
really
secretary is
great
now
in
printing the
some weird-
ballots.
for sure.
Okay, so they're printing off
We'll
ballots.
stand at ease for just a moment
So they're
here
gonna
while
stand
we
at ease.
get
So
those
we can
printed.
take a look
Trying to
at
see if
this
there's
real
something else.
quick because this is definitely great. In order to do that, I'm just gonna switch to this
Taking a
other
look at
screen
what?
here. It's gonna make me big for a moment. Blech. There we go. Under new management. That is about as official as you get.
Oh my god, I'm gonna. Oh god. I'm liable to.
So awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool to see. You know, I think this was a long time coming for the Libertarian Party to be under some control of at least, obviously I say control as in having the leadership that is necessary to get the things done that the party needs to do, which so far have just been ignored by the people who are in charge currently. But this is the perfect response. This is as good as it gets to me, as a way of just saying, hey, this is no longer going to be the way the party talks about this stuff. Because this was one of the exact tweets that angered everyone so much.
And you got to take it from her point of view. Like, look at her state. Look what they went through. She did stand up to try to help everyone in that state.
All right. We'll jump right back into this. I'll go live here. And
Thank God. Thank you, baby Jesus.
I'm back to being big momentarily. Sorry, peoples. And I need to find my place on the stream here. Okay. We are back. Correct?
Leave over here.
Yes.
The placard with you to
Hey,
make sure
there's
that
a
we have
Mitch.
the right
A
people
wild
voting,
Mitch has
'cause
appeared.
last time we had a little bit of an issue with a delegate and a primary that we're trying to both
There
vote.
he is.
So make sure you have your placard when you vote, and we're going to do conga line again, and we're passing out the ballots now. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Ms. Robson. I see another hand at microphone 2.
Mr. Chair, Andrew Bugler
yes, sir.
from Colorado. Would it be in order to move to suspend the rules to hear the treasurer's report during counting?
To hear which report,
Never
sir?
mind. It'll be a pain.
No.
It's too loud. Never mind.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no problem. Which report were you wanting to hear? We have a tally. We have a tally coming up. The treasurer's report? So why don't we do this? Why don't we hear the treasurer's report during the tally?
So
Yeah, so that would be awesome. We'll just wait until it's, we can just wait until it's time, or we can just do it here. I love this idea.
So apparently, someone very based is going to nominate Josh for VC.
That makes a lot of sense.
So, I heard rumors. I can't say anything.
Tell us.
I know.
Spill the tea.
No. It's not something that I can say. But
Okay.
the way I look at it is, Kareem, our friend and co-host of Outlaw Thoughts, just posted to Facebook that Angela won. He is front and center. That's awesome. So I guess we could go watch something I made.
I'm being called.
Yeah, it's a point of information. Can we put
Wait,
the
wait.
names up on the
Wait.
screen?
Where are microphone 3? Or microphone 1? Or where are we?
Microphone 1, please.
Microphone 1.
Yes, sorry.
Your name and delegation, sir. Sorry.
Brian Dawson, Virginia.
Yes.
Just a point of information. Could we have the names put up on the board?
Hey.
Look at Mitch looking all businesslike.
I know, yeah. He always looks spiffy. We're gonna watch this video real quick. This is a video that I put up from a little update of the convention from yesterday. So I will share it with the stream here live. This is my Twitter. If you want to find anything funny, I edit things. I edit for a couple podcasts and some other people. So
This
if you
was
like
great.
funny stuff,
It's a new day.
I could get
It's a
hit
new-
for this, but I don't think
It's a new dawn.
I was gonna say you might.
It's a new day. It's a new life. And I'm feeling good.
So this was the Cathedral Caucus, basically saying they're done, they're out, they're telling everybody else to be out. which makes me very happy.
I'm feeling good.
And then that is Nick Sarwark.
That's the best.
Right on the floor of convention yesterday. Beautiful photo, front and center.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Can you? So he was a delegate for Pennsylvania?
Maine. Was it Pennsylvania or was it Maine? I thought it might have been Maine.
But he's in New Hampshire, correct?
I thought he moved out of New Hampshire. I might be wrong there too. I don't keep tabs on that fucker. All right, we're getting votes in here, so this is probably
Okay, go for it.
They're still waiting on Alaska. I know one of those peoples. Oh, actually, no, I don't.
How
I know
many?
two of those peoples.
How many are there?
4. We have 4 delegates.
You should have been there.
It's not only is it a money thing, but it's also just a timing thing. This is the busiest part of this year. So I kind of have to be working.
Working's good.
Yeah, after him refreshing my memory, I believe he's right that he did become a delegate out of Ohio.
Mr. Chairman.
I actually was out. We were examining
Oh. Now they're supporting BLM. Oh, we're back. I love that NOTA doesn't have anything yet. I don't know.
I think it's the funniest. This whole NOTA
Mr.
thing
Chairman.
is hilarious.
Well, the NOTA thing, I know some people don't get it. It does make sense.
I get it.
We noted Nick Sarwark, right? Like, that was how we got him out of the position.
I was being paged from somewhere.
Microphone 3.
Microphone 3.
Mr. Chairman, Michael Kilsky from Arizona.
Mr. Kielski, you're going to have to speak up, or I'm going to have to ask this body to quiet a little bit down, but there is tallies going on, so that's hard.
Mr. Chairman, just to clarify for the body, is NOTA a viable option to vote for the
NOTA
Secretary?
is on our ballots in the Libertarian Party at convention. NOTA is always an option.
And Mr. Chairman, another point of parliamentary inquiry. I think you may have answered this earlier, but is taxation theft?
Taxation is absolutely theft.
Thank you.
I think this camera layout works better because our face cams were blocking their little window there.
Yeah.
And I am fairly
Is
certain...
Mr. Hagen here? Mr. Hagen, are you in the house?
Microphone 2. Yeah,
Microphone 2.
Tim is in the back, Ken. This way. You want me to get him?
Okay.
I saw that clip.
I'll wander back there.
Daryl Perry went up to the mic at the end of
He's
everything
in the back corner, you
last
said?
night.
Yeah, he's
asked
in the
if,
back corner.
Black
All right.
Lives Matter.
Obviously, we're still at ease.
I'd also
Y'all
like to
keep
point
getting
out
your
nobody
ballots
answered
done.
him. It was pretty hilarious. The dude's fucking wearing a kilt and a t-shirt in the size 19X. If you have to sew 4 shirts together, we're no longer talking about a shirt. We're talking about a dress for a man. And I can say that. I'm big, but I at least carry it. You can't do that shit. Like, what are you doing, man? Grow some long hair, get a beard, distract from the fucking lower extremities.
Leighton.
Baby, you go.
DM.
Oh, God.
Our Dan Smots coming in hot.
Oh, God, what did he do?
Huh? What? What? Oh, Twitter or here? Huh?
Oh God, Dan Smuts is a great man, a great
He
humble
is.
man.
He
But
is.
this is a fucking wonderful idea.
Oh,
Daniel
I like
Smart.
this thing.
dude, the idea was floated like forever. Like it is happening. Yes.
I
Okay.
move to
Okay. Yes.
suspend the rules and give the keys to LP National Twitter to Michael Malice immediately. To young David Brady. I don't think that's how it works.
No, I think you can do that. Listen to the kid.
Come on.
There's
Oh,
no
that's
way in
great.
hell. Guys, I don't think there's any way in hell like they're going to give those keys easily. Like
Oh, well,
I
no, they don't have a choice there. There's a whole process
It's
in place. This is national. This isn't some fucking state affiliate.
right.
right.
Okay. Oh, so like no
Okay,
Pennsylvania,
it's
Delaware
back.
bullshit.
We're gonna get back over here, I think.
Okay.
I just heard them talking.
I mean, I'm just, dude. I am, guys.
It's definitely it's oh no,
I
okay,
am.
we're back to a small screen. But I think
I
they're just
am.
waiting to tally.
Yeah.
Guys, I am blown away that that kind of ass kicking actually happened. Like, I mean, dude, like through all the state bullshit that we have been through for the last 2 years, uh, I, I'm just amazed that this actually happened. I was, dude, emotionally fully prepared for bullshit to happen. Does
Leighton, do you know if after they tally this, are we going into vice chair or
I
treasurer?
think vice chair might be later, but I am not positive. I think my thought was that they were going to do chair either directly after this or it had been moved to like 5 or 5:30. If that is the case, then I'm going to be pushing it as a human to get to that point, but I might try to do it. If not, then we're just going to kind of ride along and see, because I'm already like, what are we like? We're 2 hours in at this point. We're basically almost done with the secretary race. We've already got the chair race done. That basically leaves VC and then all the other smaller positions. That today I believe they're doing the like state rep stuff like that kind of stuff, I believe.
Yeah, different plan.
I'll be right back, guys.
No problem.
okay?
It would be hilarious to see Dave Smith make a motion.
Oh my
Dude,
dude.
yeah.
Oh my god.
What if
How
what if
beautiful.
Dave's the one that, like, okay, I'm trying to think of who could be uber Chad based to
Josh.
put in Josh, yeah.
Josh
And I'm
Smith.
thinking, like, you know, he could do Heist, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Or if it did, I don't know if it would affect things. But he could do like somebody ball out of there, kind of out of the left field that people aren't expecting.
You're talking about vice president.
No, vice chair.
Okay.
Somebody has to
okay.
nominate. Somebody has to not. Somebody's gonna nominate Josh and go up and give a speech in favor of electing him as vice chair. My question, or the question is, we don't know who that is going to be yet. Who's gonna go up and speak for
okay.
him.
Okay. Okay. I'm back on page. Okay. I'm totally back on page. Like, dude, I'm so new to this shit, man. And yesterday really jaundiced me, man, as it did kind of everyone.
I mean, I kind of went into yesterday expecting most of what went down to go down. There wasn't too much that I was surprised on. I guess I'll say this. I expected Whitney was going to be removed. I had suspected.
That was a surprise.
I thought she would have been removed. And that was probably going to happen if not for Ken Molman making a statement. And I think that's on Ken. Ken, didn't want to be vice chair. He made that pretty clear. And that swayed enough people in the room with the guilt trip not to vote for him. But they
What
should've.
delegations still have ballots and tally sheets out? Raise your hands. Let me know. Wave your arms. Wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. I got Texas. How you all doing back in California?
Oh, shut it. We don't care.
I got one of the Carolinas. South Carolina.
California, we're still counting.
I figured if anybody's still counting, it's always California, and that's not your fault. I get it. Oh, all right. Still over there. All right.
But yeah, dude,
So as we get closer to this,
the motion
and in
to
the
remove
interest of kind of
Whitney
trying to speed business along, as soon as everybody gets their tally sheets and ballots turned in, I'm going to ask the body if there's going to be any
It was very-
objection to moving the awards section up during the tally, so that while things are being tallied, we
that
knock
was
out some of the awards that are
very
things that were actually on
surprising.
today's agenda.
Like to me,
not
that was.
yesterday's, and try
I mean,
to get
dude,
caught
that's
up.
what
Everybody
I
gonna be
put
good
in
with that?
Josh's Discord, crying,
once
laughing
all the
faces.
states are turned in,
Oh
we're
my
gonna go
God,
there.
this is the shit I'm here for. And then
And
when
I'm
Ken
gonna look at what
refused,
time
I was
it
like,
is, too,
I'm
'cause,
not
we
in
do
the
have a
Discord. I was
hard
like, fuck
lunch
you,
stop,
Ken.
I think. All right, we got about 25 minutes. What business can we cram in here in 25 minutes, people? Right? Awards? Okay. Let's do it. I believe.
Point of inquiry?
I can't do that. That hurts. Somebody. I think I hear it a microphone. Oh, microphone one.
Hi, Hollywood, Virginia. Just wanted to.
Holly, Miss Ward, you're going to have to speak up a lot louder, unfortunately. I'm so sorry.
Not a problem. Just wanted to know the status on the in memoriam presentation.
Yes, so the in memoriam presentation, I was going to ask the body if they would indulge us during the tally of the treasurer's election, because that's also another thing that was on today's agenda, and then we have the stuff from yesterday.
Confirmed that it's complete?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Has it been confirmed that it is complete? I was told that it wasn't finished yet.
Oh, I have not been informed of anything. Okay.
It is done.
I think
The presentation is done.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Mr. Chair.
Number two.
Politics is so fake
point
and
of
gay.
information.
Yes.
Is
God damn
this the 20-minute awards part 1 that was on the agenda for today?
It is. I've been assured that it's not actually going to take the full 20 minutes either, so maybe we'll adjourn a few minutes early before the noon lunch.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, but
And Leighton, man, I'm really surprised
out there,
that
people?
all these, especially the big vote, that all this is happening
I don't
today.
know about you all. I had to skip
After
breakfast.
yesterday, I mean, I texted.
So, well,
him
here's the
and
thing,
said,
right? So,
bar
if
until
Whitney
about
was the
4:30.
one that was
I
here,
like talking to our people.
this would be going a lot
It's a lot
slower
of fun.
because
yeah,
I
I've
think
used that
she
speech
would have
about 100
purposely
times.
made it go slower.
Anybody who talked to me
Okay.
yesterday heard that.
Like yesterday.
Right,
So
precisely.
if you don't want to hear it again,
But
you probably don't
because
wanna hang out
Ken
with me
is in
today.
charge of
Just saying.
this and running the show now, he is very by the book, and he's
But I am real
also
happy
very
everybody's
good
doing
at
good here.
commanding the microphone, and
Oh.
he doesn't want this to take forever.
Bro, this is Ken Molman?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh my God. I didn't know that, bro. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Every piece that I ever could have asked you just fell into place because that's Ken Molman. Okay. Every piece just fell into place. But yeah,
No,
I
he-
texted
he-
Josh. I'm like,
Love it when a
dude,
plan comes together.
no votes are going to happen till Monday. I'm sure you already know that. I texted that to him.
All right.
Well,
other than
I don't know
California,
about that.
Any other delegations still got their stuff out?
I don't
Texas, how
think
you doing?
that's
Still working?
true.
Still working. All right, it's all good.
Well,
Votes are gonna go quicker.
obviously
I know,
not.
big
We're
delegations,
on our
it's
second
hard.
day,
People don't understand
and
it's
the big
exponentially
vote already
harder
happened.
all the way.
So
Yeah, so
obviously
we're
not.
gonna be packing it up pretty quick. I mean,
Oh, perfect.
which is
mean-
good because you want a quick transition.
I'm being told
like,
that the
that's
states
how
left to turn
blackpilled
in,
I
and
was
if you're
yesterday,
one of
man.
these states and thought you did
Like,
turn in, that's probably an important thing to know.
That's, I mean,
California,
yeah.
Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Texas.
That's how done I was yesterday.
If you are surprised to
I
hear your
was
state's name on that list,
absolutely 100%
you
done.
probably need to go talk to
Oh,
the judge.
yesterday wasn't bad at all.
We're going to delegation
I
chair.
was mostly positive and happy going out of yesterday.
Yes, secretary and then treasurer. Did I say that wrong before? No, okay. Okay.
So did you grow up in Alaska?
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah, my brother's fiance is from Alaska. A town you have to fly into.
Mr.
There's
Chair,
a lot of
point
those.
personal privilege on microphone
Right.
two.
Point of personal
Steve Cease from Illinois.
privilege.
As we are getting ready to tally these votes, I would just like to speak on
Damn
behalf
these
of
people
Mr.
to
Bill
hell.
Redpath, our candidate for governor. He is currently seeking as much help as possible to get signatures. If you can do anything to help, whether it's travel to Illinois to get signatures for Mr. Redpath or donate at billredpath.com, that would be awesome.
All right, and as I've asked other candidates here, can you repeat that website again one more time so there's no confusion as to what that website is?
billredpath.com. He's our
All right,
candidate
one more
for
time. I was accidentally talking over you. Let's do it real nice and slow. Everybody hear it real nice and loud.
billredpath.com. I know there's many people in the room who Bill has helped get on the ballot. Please return that favor. He's running for Senate. We need to get him on the ballot in Illinois. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys, I'm dying. One moment.
Dying a slow death, baby. Dude, thank God I haven't had one of my legendary burps. Like, dude, you think my screaming and clapping was bad?
It
Oh
is
my
official,
God.
boys. Angela has updated her Twitter bar.
Microphone
Bang.
two.
Can I make
To
a quick
say,
announcement about a candidate?
I'm sorry.
Can I make a
LNC
quick
chair,
announcement about a candidate?
national chair, 2022.
Mr. Requero, I apologize. I cannot hear you.
Okay.
If I could ask the body to quiet down just a hair. We are almost done. I believe there's only one state delegation left.
You're gonna
So,
need a big pipe.
everybody take the side conversations out or go down. Not
Hopper's
too far,
killing
though,
it
because
right
we'll be
now.
back here in a minute. Mr. Requero, go ahead.
Thank you. There is a gentleman in the room. His name is Dennis Missigoy. He's about my height, has a ponytail, from Florida, running for U.S. Senate, and he needs your help. Please go see him. He's usually along the walls. He's not a delegate this weekend, but he's not hard to find. Please support him. Thank you.
Mr. Requero, could you repeat his name and where and what he's running for again, please?
Dennis Missigoy, running for U.S. Senate against Marco Rubio.
And he is over in the Florida delegation, is that correct?
He's not with the Florida delegation because he's not a...
Oh, but I'm sorry.
But
So
he's
he's
around.
he's
He's
over
here.
there.
He's around.
Oh, he's around. Okay.
Yeah, he's around. He's handing out information. So when you see him, he's a good-looking guy, my height, with a ponytail. You can't miss him.
Yeah, I met him last night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, microphone one.
Microphone one.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is Dennis Pratt from the free state of New Hampshire. At lunchtime, we will have pizzas over in New Hampshire. So please come and learn about the Free State Project over in New Hampshire at lunchtime.
Thank you for that.
What? Just fly to New Hampshire.
It's a
during
free
lunch.
state project. They try to get people to move to New Hampshire, and they lure them in with pizza and shitty
Well,
weather.
of course. Well, of course. But yeah, just during lunch, fly over
Shannon,
to
you
New
back?
Hampshire, fly back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, cool.
I'm making the kids lunch. So
Oh,
I'm waiting I'm waiting for the water to boil to make mac and cheese, and then I'll run out, and then I'll come back in.
Mac and cheese is the shit.
Yeah, this has been we're in the lull period, you know.
Mr. Chair, can I make a general announcement?
They're just giving funny.
Perfect way of putting it.
Well, it's kind of good because
Microphone 3.
people make
Yeah,
comments
just general
and you get the
announcement.
joke
Doesn't apply to everyone, but if there are any Catholics here, there's a church about 1.5 miles away that has an early enough mass so we can make it to the meeting on time tomorrow. Just wanted to say, anyone who's going, we can meet 7 a.m. across from the Starbucks down the hall, and then we'll probably carpool. Thanks.
All right, everybody hear that? For the Catholics in the house? All right.
Catholics.
Don't worry, Leighton. When you move here, I won't take you to church.
I don't mind going to church.
Mr. Chair, microphone 3, point of personal privilege real quick.
I'm actually putting together
Leighton.
a show to talk about religion shortly.
Right.
That'd be cool.
Leighton, there is no church until CD gets there. When all three of you are there, your ass is going to church.
Yeah, there's
Y'all need it.
there's a church in Florida that I want to go visit that's like an Old West place. It's like from fucking forever ago. I'm trying to, the name escapes me now, so I'm fucking high, but there's it's an old church. It's there in Florida. It's been there forever. I think it was built by the Spanish. But there
In
was
South
old-
Florida?
Yeah, it's got to be because that's where all the Spanish shit's at, right?
Yeah,
So-
for the most.
how you guys
Well,
doing?
throughout.
Oh, Texas
but I think
is
what
doing
in?
something. Are they? I want to
You
hear
done?
where they're at.
Oh,
tally-wise.
good. We're in. Okay, so everybody's turned in, right?
Oh
Everybody's
shit!
in?
Oh shit!
No ballots left out there? No tally sheets left out there?
Wow. Let's grow. Let's go.
I think
All right.
that means you get official
They're telling me
tally
we're good.
here.
Folks,
So
we
it
are
takes some
still
time.
behind in our agenda, though. We're trying to catch up. If you would indulge me, I would like to ask that we go ahead and move Awards Part 1, which was actually scheduled for this morning,
Oh,
to be
God.
heard at this time while the tally is going. And if there's no objection to that,
Okay, I'm gonna run out and then I'll be back.
there's no objection to
Hold
that,
on.
right? Just making sure.
Make
Gotta
that
go get
mac
the
and
mac and
cheese.
Right?
Yes.
Super Mama.
Oh, results are 2 seconds away.
Microphone
All right.
1.
I want to get through some of that. Yeah, microphone 1.
Microphone 1, Omar Crow.
I kinda
from
am too,
Florida.
But like I'm so
Yes, Mr. Quirk.
I'm re-energized.
Yeah, I would like to
I'm
move
re-energized
that
by
motion that you were trying to move.
what just happened.
It's inappropriate for the chair to move it.
Move with, I'm sorry,
I would like to move to the award ceremony.
to have the awards part 1
I mean-
at this time.
Yes.
All right. There's been a motion. Is there a second? All right. There's been many seconds. Is there objection? I heard one objection.
Real quick before we go
Why has
on.
everybody got to be that guy?
Real quick before we go on, I need the name and delegation.
What's that?
Name and delegation. I didn't catch it. I was.
All right. Who was the? Mr. Requero made the motion from Florida.
Somebody
There were
had to
Mr.
object.
Requero? There were multiple seconds, and there was one objection somewhere. So
There might not be an objection. if
No,
we do
well,
personal
here's the thing,
privilege.
right? Like,
Request
you make fun of the small things. The broader day is insane. Like,
Yes.
the meme I played earlier,
It is
the
up to the
video
body.
and
I'm
stuff,
being
the broader
told
stuff of
that
it.
there
I
are
mean, I've
now
been doing this
results
shit
in the
for
secretary's race.
2 years. So
Would you like to hear
secretary
those
race results are
first?
in. Shit.
Who would not like to hear those results first? Okay, that's just what I wanted to make sure. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend like we didn't have
Flock
that
of
motion.
Seagulls making another appearance.
We're just going to hear some results. How about that real quick? All right. And then we'll get back to Mr. Requero's motion at that time. So let's get the results. Are you ready to have your screen simulcaster? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Sorry.
What?
I was asking a question. Sorry. That's what happens when a hot mic.
The results weren't on that page anyway.
Right.
All right,
yeah.
go ahead and
I
simulcast.
saw all zeros.
All right.
Okay.
Same procedure. Be ready to look at your delegation
Oh,
totals.
the big numbers again.
I'm going to give Alabama just a second to catch up.
So remember, delegation chairs, you're supposed to be looking at these, making sure there's nothing wrong. And if there's something wrong, run your butt right up here.
Notice don't have many votes at all.
Unless Sarwalk is running for treasurer.
People, it looks like one person wrote in Tom Woods on every
Hilarious.
one.
Based.
Or no, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm just watching the one go by. That's what
Yeah.
I'm missing.
Yeah,
it.
I'm not
I
sure
thought
if
it was
competing.
changing, not sliding. No, it's they're just sliding it this way. I just
Yeah,
misinterpreted it.
sliding. Okay. Yeah. You have to look at the states.
Mr. Chair,
You have to look at the
They got
states.
the running
from
total.
Washington State.
Karen Ann blew it
Mr. Chair?
out.
Yes.
Holy
Randy McGlynn
shit.
from Washington State.
Washington State, microphone 3.
Correction
Please hold on. Please hold on. Microphone 3.
I'd like to submit a correction for the record. There is a missing write-in from Washington State for Chris Darnell.
Like it matters.
We will double check on that. It does not obviously substantive effect of the results, so we will ask the tellers to check that. But thank you for that information. All right.
Mr. Chairman.
Decorum stinks. Decorum's
Microphone
fake
one,
and
is it?
gay.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Scott Baker, Indiana. I move we do the awards ceremony right now.
Hold on. Let me announce a winner. And then we'll totally get back to Mr. Require's motion that is actually still on the floor. All right.
Elected. Dunzo, motherfuckers. We are back to the thing. We are back to the way it should have been, with Karen Ann Harlos in her rightful position.
Now business can resume.
We are one VC race from winning the 3 big elections that I was
Oh my god.
really looking at and
This
paying
is so-
attention
Alright.
to and being involved in 2 of them, meaning Joshua Smith and Karen Ann Harlos, 2 people that
Okay.
I have met.
Was the cheering a good thing?
All right.
Oh,
With
this is
70.
beautiful.
Yes, Karen Ann Harlos
Sure,
has been
sure.
elected as secretary
Ms. Harlow.
Karen's
by a
Congratulations on your
70%
re-election,
vote.
election, whatever that is. Welcome back.
Fuck yes.
All right.
Karen Ann, that's
There was a
awesome.
motion
I'm
on
gonna
the
send
floor
you
before this,
a message
and
later.
I don't remember. I heard one objection. So we
Me?
need to
When
vote.
I'm not
Her.
as tired.
We had
Karen Ann.
Oh, yeah.
moving into awards.
She's exhausted.
Withdrawn. Microphone 2.
Yeah,
Eric
yeah.
Van
She's
Oh,
crying.
those
She tried
tears are
doing
flowing.
she tried doing a
Yes,
live
Mr.
earlier, and she's like
Okay,
she
awesome.
apologized
Just
because she was
because
just
I
so
got 2 seconds
tired.
for the-
All right.
Oh,
So I'm going to
yeah.
re-ask again then, just to be sure.
Yeah,
Is there
those
any
tears,
objection to
man,
going?
do
So where we
many
were,
layers to
there was a
them.
motion to suspend the rules to hear the awards part 1 right now. There was a second, multiple seconds, and I was asking the body if there was any objection to moving to awards.
Keeping
right
us
this moment.
updated as
Are there
always.
any
Another
objections to moving
tweeter
to awards at this time?
says the ruptured eardrum was Whitney.
Cool. Awards. You are on. Thank you.
Well, I can relate.
Oh, we have-
I'm deaf in my
okay,
right
there
ear.
is an objection. Sorry.
Is that Spike? Please tell me that's
All right.
Spike.
So
No, that's I
heard an
can't.
objection.
I couldn't
It's
see.
not, I don't think it's.
I don't have a
Yeah.
good eyesight, and I'm also
So-
on like
Running
running
on. Point
on
of information.
Fumes.
30
Use
some
the
odd
microphone.
hours.
Sorry. If it is a point of information, please come to the mic.
The takeover was so
Oh,
successful,
God, yeah,
literally
dude.
blew her mind.
That
Here's
gal
the thing,
just
right?
You have an
So we
objection.
are, in a way,
That's an
like.
objection. It's not a debatable thing. You have a
That
you have a
gal-
point of
So I'll be
Josh
honest.
just got a-
I thought more people would be, or the turnout rather, was
10 minutes. Yeah, that's right.
really good. Like it's right at what I wanted it to be. That's about what I
So,
was hoping
those
for,
in
and it
favor-
is enough
this
that
is
we have
just
been
a vote,
able
there's no
to
debate here.
I want to make sure they get their time.
do what needed to get done.
Those in favor of suspending the rules to hear from the awards committee right now, who I've been
Yeah.
assured will get this done in 10 minutes, please.
And
raise
this
your
is
hand.
this is what I mean. Like
Those opposed,
Karen Ann
please raise your hand.
spent so
right,
many
the ayes
hours.
have
Not,
it.
I mean, to give you an idea,
Where you guys at? Come on,
I have
let's get
reached
her
out to
done.
Karen Ann over
Just remember, you're-
the
you
last
are-
year
you gentlemen are in
on so
between
many
this
occasions,
body
and she
their
has,
lunch.
Okay.
talked about whatever the
keep that
issue
in
was, or got in touch with me, and always been there as somebody who's helped everybody in this party regardless of their
Yep.
caucus affiliation, regardless of whose side of whatever butt fucking weird bullshit they were on. She was always there to help those people out. Yeah, there's no one who deserves to be back where she
Yeah.
belongs more than
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
If my
It's
screen can be
definitely a
simulcast,
big white pill for the LP.
100%. 100%.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is
And
Jim
I
Lark.
mean,
I have the honor of serving as the delegate
us
from
three
the Commonwealth
are
of
good
Virginia.
friends with her inevitable successor when she retires.
I also have the honor to be a member
She'll totally.
of the 2022 Awards Committee.
Hall of
My
Liberty
colleagues on the
introduction.
Awards Committee, Adam Reinhardt serves as the chair of the committee. He was not able to make the convention today. With me, Tim Hagan.
Oh
Derek
shit,
Hall,
Joshua
and
Smith.
Joshua Smith. And let's see, I can, yes, I can now see the monitors there. If I may, Mr. Secretary, thank you. As noted here, the Hall of Liberty, which was established in 2012, it honors lifetime and/or significant achievement that has helped move forward the Libertarian Party and the greater libertarian movement. So far, 16 libertarians have been inducted into the Hall of Liberty. If you would be so kind as to advance the screen. These are the names of those. May I ask that you give these people a round of applause?
Not those people.
That's awesome. So, well, there's some really good people on
okay,
there.
yeah, Ron, yeah,
Harry
yeah.
Brown, Ron
Yep.
Paul.
Today it is my great
Um,
honor to present the first of the inductees, Don
Jim
Ernsberger.
Larkin,
Mr. Secretary, if you
Carl
would.
Hess. Gary Johnson
please.
isn't the worst human on the planet. He is, you know.
Thank you.
No.
The
Leighton,
three,
thank you for
not, the
saying
three
that. I
inductees,
agree.
Don Ernsberger,
I
Jeff
agree.
Neal, and
I
Dave
still
Walter.
don't
I will
understand
be
what was so
inducting
bad
Mr. Ernsberger.
about Gary. Bill, of course. Of course.
Don Ernsberger
but
is
yeah,
one of the grand
like,
old men
actually, I think
of
Gary
liberty.
was pretty
He was
good,
co-founder of the Society for
but that was
Individual
way
Liberty. In
before
fact, I first
started
met
to
him in
change all these
1985 in
mindset.
Rochester, New York, when he came up to give a talk to the Society for Individual Liberty in Rochester. Served on the board of directors of the International Society for Individual Liberty for many years. He was an LNC member at large for 4 terms. He organized 2 national conventions, and anyone who has organized these conventions knows what an extraordinary task that is. He assisted tremendously in the organizing of local libertarian committees.
I will be right
gatherings,
back.
and the like.
I'm going
So,
to
Okay,
mute.
bud.
Mr. Ernsberger
I'm
is
going to
not here
mute
today. We will
P-Nord,
make sure
and then
that
I'm just
he
going to
receives-
leave you unmuted. So
he
you will
receives
have
his
control
plaque.
of the shit show.
So please, a round of applause for Mr. Ernsberger.
Let P-Nord know what's up.
Yeah, if Mr. Neal can come on up here, and Jeff Neal's a... A lot of supporters in the Texas section. Jeff Neal is a 2-term chair of the Libertarian National Committee, serving from 2002 to 2004 and from 2012 to 2014. He has also served as both national and Texas state treasurer and multiple other terms on the Libertarian National Committee and the State Libertarian Executive Committee. He was Texas state chair from 1998 to 2002. He has served on presidential campaigns, including Mary Ruwart's and Michael Badnarik. He has been serving as the chairman of the International Alliance of Libertarian Parties since 2015. And during his second term as LNC chair, he took the goal of buying a building to serve as the headquarters, and Jeff orchestrated the fundraising necessary to secure the down payment for the building. Please induct Mr. Neal into the Hall of Liberty.
I think it's pretty dope that there's a Hall of Liberty.
Most of you probably don't know me. Most of you are here at your first national convention. This is my 19th consecutive convention. And they need to start off with recognition of somebody who was without measure of value and contribution to me. And it's my wife, Nancy Neal. She dragged me kicking and screaming into the Libertarian Party in 1980, and I'm not joking. I was a real anarchist. I said, I don't believe in political parties, but she convinced me of my role, and I kind of merged into it and got with the flow and got with how things are going. But she does not get the recognition that she deserves. She organized or co-organized multiple California conventions, multiple Texas conventions, multiple national conventions. You just heard about somebody saying, Jim saying how much work that is. It is. And we as libertarians we're not really good at recognizing and thanking the people who contribute.
Guys, Leighton will be back in a
And
bit.
to be
He
blunt,
needed a
I
break.
never expected that I would ever get this award. I never expected that I would stand among what I consider an Olympus of libertarian gods. And I'm humbled that I was found worthy. So as a linkage, a mention from I'm a naturalized American citizen born in England. I'm going to close with an English term. I'm totally gobsmacked. Thank you.
If you could advance. The third inductee is Dave Walter. Mr. Walter, with Don Ernsberger, co-founded the Society for Individual Liberty along with Jared Wolstein. Dave and Don were sort of like the Martin and Lewis of libertarian organization building. Dave served as LNC chair during the 1988 to 1991 combined term, if you will. Served as vice chair from 1987 to 88, and then LNC treasurer before that, 83 to 85. He was one of my colleagues on the board of directors of Liberty International, and again, someone who was involved with Don Ernsberger in organizing the 1989 and 1996 LP conventions. And so again, Mr. Walter is not able to be here, but we will make sure that he is aware of this. If I may request, please give all three of the inductees an appropriate round of applause. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Chairman.
All right. So a number of people have asked about our chairwoman today, and I didn't want to say anything unless I got permission. So I do have permission. For those that don't know, Ms. Bilyeu took ill yesterday. She is following doctor's orders. It is a respiratory infection with a double ear infection and a ruptured eardrum. Sounds like fun. Yeah, no. And she did test COVID negative, just in case anyone is wondering. So just so everyone is aware, she is resting and recovering. And thank you all for wishing her well and a speedy recovery. All right. Hey, look what time it is. It's time for lunch. If there's no objection, let's go to lunch. I mean, it's on the agenda. Let's just do it. It's a fixed item. We come back. That's a mighty fine question. When do we come back? All right. According to the schedule, we are out for 90 minutes. 90 minutes. So it'll be 1:31 from this moment. 1:31 Pacific time. We will be back. And we are catching up, but not fast enough, so we will crack the whip and get it on.
Hey guys, Leighton stepped away. They're gonna go to lunch. They'll should be back in 90 minutes. Hopefully we'll be back. We'll do the vice chair. I know Leighton's been trying to hold out for that. He is like working on no sleep, so we shall see. Hey, Leighton.
Returned.
They
Hello.
just broke for lunch. 90 minutes lunch. They'll be back. It was true about Whitney. She's resting. Upper respiratory. She was negative for COVID. Eardrum
Oh,
is
they gave
blown.
an update.
Yeah, Ken just did. So
Okay.
so they're breaking for lunch, and I didn't know. Like I just let whoever's watching us know that you've been running on very little sleep. We're gonna try to be back here, and
How long is
hopefully we'll do
lunch?
the 90 minutes. You can get a nap in.
Oh, they did. They're fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
How long do you need to eat,
Dude.
people? Okay,
Exactly.
well,
I was
yeah,
hoping
we
that's-
were gonna do it this way. We'll cut the stream here. If I come back later, we'll clear it up. If not, then we will do a stream tomorrow with an update talking about how everything went on and everything, which we're gonna do anyway with people coming back from convention.
Correct.
So yeah, most likely another stream coming at some point, and if not, some other thing. But we will see you guys